What's up?
Nelson Ocampo. There we are.
Oh shit. Let me see. I gotta figure out this background.
It's a good
What's coming?
background. It looks nice. You've got a tree. Your house?
Yeah.
Nice. Is that
Yeah.
what room is that?
In the front room. And
Okay.
check it out. Look what I got right here. My one of my little items.
Oh, wow. I remember that thing, that old copper lizard. Oh man, I would have never even remembered that thing. Yeah. I mean, forgot all about that. Nice, dude. That was an image. Yeah, I guess when I was coming to Thailand, I was giving shit away. I couldn't fit in the box. I remember just fitting whatever I could in the box, and I had to give stuff away. That was a good one. I like copper too. I still like copper. I actually drink out of this copper cup right here.
Nice.
Yeah,
it's his real copper, huh?
Yeah. It's healthier to drink out of copper because everything leaks a little bit, and copper to some degree is good for your body. I mean, I've got, but when you drink out of plastic and glass and even ceramic is probably good, clay, but then you have this glaze on it and you don't know what kind of chemicals are in there, and it just leaks off into your water, especially in the heat. So let me introduce you a little bit. This is the 26th episode of the Mental Breakdown, and Nelson Ocampo, longtime friend here, and we lived together for a long time. And you've cornered me. You're one of the few friends that has come out here and seen me.
Shit.
You saw me.
My bad.
Before I came up to Chiang Mai. I mean, you were there. Were you there? I think I left, actually. I left Phuket.
Yeah.
I was still in Phuket, actually. So that was cool. I want to talk about that.
Yeah, I didn't get to go to Chiang Mai because I was still in Phuket.
Because I hadn't even moved here, and at that time I didn't even know. We just rented a house. It took us 6 months to find our land, which we bought. So a little bit about what I'm doing here is, I'm gonna have a gathering here every year, and that's like kind of in the distant future. I'm looking like I'm planning. Obviously, you're welcome anytime, but that's not going to start until like 18 years from now, when maybe have another kid. They're kind of all grown. I'll be self-sufficient by then. I'll have so many fruit trees and stuff going on, and then that December and January time is when I wanted to just open my land up for like a 2-month period and just have people come. They won't come every year, of course, but it'll be
hopefully I'll be self-sufficient too, where I have enough paper to travel.
Exactly. That's why, I mean, we're still young. We're at that age. We're at that age that it's like, hey, we can make money that we need to do to make. I've got this philosophy of buying your way out of the system, which is like, okay, I can make money now. But I want to invest the money that I make to either create some sort of revenue stream, and maybe and then buy everything I need to be self-sufficient. So that's going to be at some point. I got to go solar power. I don't do that yet. I'm still trying to figure that out, like which is most practical, because I don't want to have to buy something that it takes a lot of maintenance, or 20 years from now it's gonna break and I gotta buy it again.
I bought me a little solar powered generator, just like for like off-grid living. It's like a Jackery, a 1500.
Okay.
It's a little tiny. I mean, I don't really need much power, so
it's a generator, so it can like store the energy. You don't need it, but if the power goes out or something, it's a backup. Is that right?
It's a solar power. Like it takes 3 panels, and it'll take 4 hours to get a full charge.
Okay, so that's what I mean. Yeah, so it can charge up. So it's got like a battery, because okay, that's enough.
It's got it for like the tiny home. I use it around on the campsite and shit. Shit like that.
Yeah, that would be. That's. I want to be able to be. I mean, technically, I want to be able to be self-sufficient even in the situation that there is no power. I would like to. Like, I do have a hand pump to access my well water. Just that's a backup. That's
Yeah.
cool. But I couldn't water my land during the dry season, pumping that, you know, because I got to
Yeah.
my land out and stuff. Although the bigger my trees get, the less I have to worry. I mainly need to water my land because the trees are small. The root system is small. Once the root system gets big,
once the trees, they just survive.
yeah, they should be able to survive through the dry season because we don't have a terrible dry season. You know, we're in the mountainous region. There are parts of Thailand that get some serious drought, but we don't. It gets really hot and dry, but only for a couple months, and then we'll get a little rain here and there. So yeah, it's really only if I plant a little tree, it'll die, but once they have a good root system, I think they'll be fine.
That's what's up.
So I mean, what I'm doing out here is a large part of what I'm doing now. I'm reconnecting with, you know, a lot of my friends. I think it'll be sick to just have these gatherings where, like I said, it'll just be open. You know, if people are available, they can come. But like, I want to make it affordable. Because plane tickets are the most expensive thing to get. And
once you get that, you're good.
If you're not working, if you have some sort of income like retirement system where you could fly here on January 1st, stay here for 2 months, fly out of here on December 31st. I'm sorry, the opposite. December 1st to January 31st. Yeah. It's like a 2-month period. So
okay. So
you could fly here
just 1 month.
What's that?
It's not just 1 month.
No, I figured, and to tell you the truth, I could even extend it to 4 months. November is a pretty good season, and February is a pretty good season too. But the best time is definitely December and January. That's when it's like cool.
Yeah, that's a long time though.
Yeah, no. So that's the thing. Well, it'll just be open. Like some people, will come only for a couple of weeks, but that's actually more expensive because you got to fly out.
Yeah, it is.
If you come out here for
you might as well.
Yeah, you come out here for the whole time. You can actually say, if you have some sort of income, you're going to save money because you don't need any money when you're here. You know what I mean? It's going to be, you know,
you're not going to be spending,
living it.
Yeah.
And I've talked to 2 people recently, Jesse Lobato and Brody Farber, who are big, as you know, they're both big time hunters. I'm a vegan. My land is vegan, but I respect hunters the most out of all the meat eaters. You guys go out there, and I know you're more of the fisherman, Nelson the fisherman. I've got a river. It's open. Oh. My river is open. You just have to. The thing is, I don't like the smell of burning animals, so you just have to do it off my land. But you're welcome to catch fish. You can burn them. You can grill them. You can eat them. I'm gonna set up shop for you guys. You hunters.
Yes, it was hella funny.
I'm hella. When I was talking to Jesse Lobato and Brody Farber, yeah, they're more hunters than fishermen, but still, it's like I can feel their passion. Their passion is the same passion I have for growing my own vegetables, growing my own rice, which I'm doing for the first time this year. And harvest season will actually be in January, so. People can take part when you come here. You're going to take part in we're harvesting our own rice. Of course, rice is actually a very complex process. You know, we overlook it because it's just so easy to buy. It's big old harvest. You know, it's all industrialized. You know, like everything. And so we're going to actually harvest our own rice. You know, go through the whole process. It'll already be growing by the time people get here. But we'll actually harvest it here, you know, chop it, pound it, break it from the husk, turn a fan on, blow all the pieces off. So yeah, just so you know, I do got that river that's open game for you. You can go there. You can spend all day there just fishing, man.
Hey, dude, my parents, they got the house on the Smith River now.
Oh, I've seen, yeah, that place is sick. So that's a new place. That's a different place. Or is how long is that?
That's it. They just got that maybe 5 years ago.
Okay. I get confused actually because I've only been up to Oregon, for the, Blue Moon. That was way back when, and I see all the pictures. I have a hard time distinguishing what's your house, what's your parents' house. I just see it. It looks sick. That. I mean, I love that.
Well, my parents' house will be my house at some point. You know, they're on 38 acres, and I've been going in on there building hella shit.
Yeah, I saw all that. Yeah. Your dad's funny, man. I mean, he's always posting stuff, sending me stuff. I never know when it's if like, is it like he'll send videos and he's talking and I'm listening. I always listen. When somebody sends me a video, I'm trying to say, okay, is this meant for me or meant for someone else? Sometimes I can tell it's meant for someone else, but sometimes I feel like, whoa, is he talking to me? Is he making this?
No, he's not. He just be narrating. That's his thing. He's like a tour guide.
That's right. Yeah. So I'm like, I know he's sending this to other people too, but it's to me. I feel like, hey, I still feel like it's to me sometimes because it coordinates with what with
I'd be heck of laughing about it, but I'll appreciate it later when
Yeah, hell yeah. No.
Run.
Oh yeah. Well, no, those are good. He's got so many. I mean, does he upload those anywhere, or those are only in your chat? Because sometimes those chat after a certain while, the videos in your chat.
I think he posts them.
Okay.
He posts
that's good. And that's another thing. That's like what I'm doing here are these podcasts. Of course, we're just having a conversation, catching up, but then I post it just like you got, I'm sure there's people that know both of us that are going to be like, oh shit, fucking CD and fucking Nelson Ocampo, right. Chatting it up. I'm going to, I want to listen to it, see what they're talking about. So, but also I want to do catching up, of course. I also want to go back and kind of frame it for anybody that doesn't know us or know any stories. And there's probably, I know there's a lot of stuff in your past actually that I don't know. I remember some days on our late nights, staying up for nights and just talking. Sometimes I'd be over there editing a video or chatting on my phone or something. You'd be telling me some shit, and every once in a while, I remember like pieces of some stories, and I'm like, wow, what was I doing playing around? You were telling me some deep shit, man, about some. But I, we go in our own worlds when we're on one. So, but let's first how we met. So, we met from the MMA game. I was, I was a wrestler. I was wrestling, and then I had already, been fighting down in Mexico. Went and studied a year in Japan, and started, got my game really good over there because that's when the MMA game was biggest in 2005 in Tokyo. That's where I was stationed. That's where I was set up. That's where I was going to school. And then I came back. And when I came back, let's see, when I came back, I had one more year at Sac State, still was going there. I had never fought in Northern California, like in the Gladiator Challenge, King of the Cage, all of those venues. But at one point, and then it was funny because they thought they never heard of me because all my fights are in Japan, Mexico, and they put me on against my first fight in their little circuit was against like a 3-0 guy that was coming up, and I just tore him up. He's nowhere in my league, but it kind of surprised everybody. And then they started like talking about me and stuff. And then that's how I got. I don't know where I was living, somewhere in Sac, but that was before I ended up going to Santa Rosa to train at NorCal Alliance. So that was the first time I met you.
That was the first time I seen you, I think.
Yeah, because I was out. I just came back from Tokyo and stuff, and that was
I think I met you before already, but I remember seeing you. You was up there fucking living in the gym and shit, and you was eating some grape nuts or something out the fridge.
Yeah, wait, at NorCal?
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, so that's see, I'm trying to put exactly
because I was just out there doing my medical shit.
Oh, that's right. But that we had already met, right? Like when did
we
Chad George, me and Chad George, because Jeff contacted me. I remember at one point. I don't know where I was living. He said we've got a guy, and he knew me, Chad George, we were wrestlers, and was Sean Bias too, or no? Just
me. It was funny as because
you tell the story how you remember.
I was just a fan, really. Like my boy, we used to go to the Canuck dive fights and stuff and watch all the fights. and I was watching the 35s, and I was like, man, these folks is weak.
Yeah, that's no,
I was like, I'll whip that fool's ass. And then Jeff, I knew Jeff Gray, and he started telling me, he's like, oh yeah, you guys want to fight, man? I got all these dope guys that I could get you with, and like I'm sitting there like not even really listening to him, and he's like, oh, what do you think about Sean Bias? And he's like bragging about the names, and I'm just like, oh, I'll whoop his ass. And he's like, see, David, and I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. And like, and he's like trying to like impress me, and I'm like, I don't even know who. I don't know shit about fucking mixed martial arts. I'm just like, just young and fucking like, I'll fight him, yeah, whatever. And then we actually hooked up. I hooked up with you guys, and oh, that was a crazy story too, because what was that? Remember Embers, that little clothing store right across the street?
Embers, Embers. Strip club? Oh, the clothing store that sells strippers.
Yeah. Fucking right when I came in, I was meeting up with that one dude. What was the dude with the Hummer?
Uncle Paulie. Okay. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Uncle
Paulie. I must have been living in Napa, not Santa Rosa yet. I was with Napa first. So I was with Uncle Paulie, yeah.
Shit was right when I came in to meet him. I was supposed to meet him at that clothing store, and Bias is over there. He's like, tells the chick that work there, he's like, hey, can I try this on? It's like a G-string. And she's like, yeah, go ahead. And this fool just fucking pulls his pants down right there, fucking puts the G-string on and just starts flexing in the mirror hella hard. And I was just like, whoa. And Uncle Paul's like, hey, man, hey, bro, I'll pay you some money. You kick this guy's ass. And Bias comes fucking running by me like this. And fucking, he's like, hey, don't do it. I know how to fight. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's crazy. But yeah, then I got to train with you and Chad George and Louis for my debut. Remember I was fighting Dave Espinoza.
Yeah, a wrestler.
Yeah,
he won.
When I went over there and I was rolling with you guys, I was just like, oh man, these guys are fucking dope. I don't know what I got myself into.
Yeah. so that was let me Uncle Paulie knows Jeff Gray. I think they kind of maybe did some dirt back in the day. How do you know Jeff Gray? You guys are kind of street. That's what I've always said is like, you kind of give me this street credit. You know, I'm this academic, but then I go into the MMA game. Fighting is kind of like it's kind of got that mentality. Hey, I'm a badass, but here, I'm not from the streets. I'm actually, I'm from, training, like actual training martial arts and stuff. But it's kind of this mix. MMA at that time, at least, was this mix. All the people behind the scenes, all the people promoting the shows were all from. It seems like you guys were all from the streets. You were either whatever gig was on strippers. Like I think Jeff Gray and Uncle Paulie was all like fans. Strippers, and then somehow strippers in MMA kind of. I remember all my first fights were in these nightclubs with all these go-go dancers. It was like kind of
that's how I got into fighting, because the homeboy, he wanted to fight. He was all into the UFC and stuff, and then we was at the Embers and we came across a flyer that was like a tough man contest. Yeah, and so I got my boy into it. I was like, oh, I got the flyer. I signed him, and I brought him the flyer and was like, hey, fool, look, I got this for you. And he's like, oh, hey, I'll do it if you do it. I was like, all right, cool, because I'm already signed up.
So Tough Man is a fight, or is it one of those things where you like pick up logs?
No, it was. I think actually No Limit put it on.
Okay.
Because I remember Marcus Gaines was in it.
Yeah, okay.
And Bros, my boy and Bros, he fought Garrick Duggar from Team Hacks.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to get Marcus Gaines on here, too. He's been
tight.
He's been flicking out on me. Maybe even, maybe more than you did.
Yeah.
No, you never really flicked out on me. We didn't really set up an official date or nothing. So, no, you're always there for me.
That fool's still fighting, though.
Yeah, no, oh my God. I was like, and he still looks good. He's so sexy, dude. Like, he's all I'm just like, yeah, man. But I mean,
he's still competing at a high level.
He's got like 60 fights or something. Right, crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you're crazy.
Yeah,
that's a lot to be still competing. And you know, these kids right now are straight up animals.
Yeah, that's
straight monsters.
I watch that shit. I don't even want to. Yeah, I'm done with all that. I'm yoga man now, dude. I'm a farmer. I'm a yoga man farmer. So it's like I'm still in shape. I can defend my family. I can do what I got to do. I'm not like gonna go. I'm just not going all out. I mean, I can if I had to, but like I only have so many left. I'll save those.
That's a different animal.
Yeah, I'll save those. I don't want to waste that, I don't. Yeah. I don't want to waste my last. I got a couple in me, and I'll see how I'll use those if I need them. But if I don't, I'm cool too.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
Wait, what is Tough Man contest? It's not a.
It was just like a Tough Man contest where amateur shit. Like,
I mean, so it's fighting though. It is fighting.
Yeah, it was fighting.
Okay. MMA goes. So it's basically MMA. But it was
boxing, but with boxing gloves, headgear, just with the headgear.
Oh, okay.
You could kick and do all that. I fought Mike Christensen. Remember that kid?
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. Mike Christensen's good.
I fought him.
Yeah. Okay, so that those are okay. Oh yeah.
That was my first little amateur fight. Prior to that, I didn't have maybe 2 months of training.
Yeah.
And just wanted to fucking go test myself with something. Yeah. I'm just like,
yeah.
And then I just fucking liked it. It was fun.
You're from the streets. You've been in a lot of street fights, right? Or no? Or you guys?
I mean,
guns, knives.
But in the streets, it wasn't really like a fighting. It was just like, you just go.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no one-on-one or anything. Yeah. It wasn't like respectful. There was no respect.
It's more mentality, I guess. I mean, like that gave you more the like I don't give like whatever, dude. Like no fear, basically.
That's why when it came to like MMA in the cage, I was like, yeah, this is cool. They got a referee. I ain't gonna get stabbed. I ain't gonna get shot. Let's go.
Cushioned, like the corners are cushioned. Yeah. The floor has a little spring.
Yeah, they're not gonna kill me. So it's okay.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah,
but
as you punch
I really thought like at that point when I first started, I was like, ain't nobody at 135 pounds can break my arm.
Yeah.
But I didn't know shit.
Yeah. So that first time, I remember what's a funny story is so you've done some dirt here and there. You know that Jeff's in the game. Uncle Paulie, you don't really know him. So your first thoughts of me, you don't really know about me and Chad George and Sean Bias being like we're all
Well, see, that was a crazy story because the homie that hooked me up with them, they do their thing. They out there in the street, so like when they hooked me up with you and like he's talking. They're talking on code, and he's like, "Oh yeah, just meet my boy over here. He's gonna meet you over there." And then last minute, he goes, "Oh, hey, you hop in the car with him," and so you hop in the truck with me, and next thing you know is we're not training there. We're gonna go to Santa Rosa, and then he's telling you, "Hey, go over to what's his name's house and pick up that videotape," and you're like, "Oh, okay, yeah." And I'm thinking like videotape. What the hell? Are these fools really working right now? Like, because I didn't. And then he's like, "Yeah, I'll give you $60 in gas or something." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, why are we going all the way to Santa Rosa?" He's just like, "Oh, just because to train, right? You want to train?" I'm like, "Well, I got a place to train right down the street." And so I'm thinking like you're going to pick up some work, and then you're gonna go deliver it in, and I'm sitting here being the driver boy, not even knowing, And I'm just like, and that's when you're on your phone, and I pulled over at the thing, and I stopped and was like, "Hey, you guys working? You guys out here for business or pleasure?" Remember that?
Yeah. And it's funny because I'm not even at all, at least at that time, I don't really even know what you're talking about. I didn't even know that I didn't even realize that the situation looked like we were doing something, and then in fact later did you even say you so yeah when you start I could tell that I could see that you were a little concerned or something. So I was thinking like, and it's funny because I actually didn't think about it either. I'm like, yeah, why would we go all the way out of Santa Rosa? Like,
yeah, I know, because you're like, huh? Well,
yeah,
yeah, that's a good point. Let me see. Let me call Chad. He's like, hey, he said he's got a gym here or somewhere we could train.
Yeah, and it was a high school, right? We went to the high school, and he had
we
wrestling room or something.
Yeah, we went to Rio Americano or some shit.
Yeah. So
that was cool.
So so that we didn't have to do that, and yeah, so I didn't even notice. Yeah, that whole picking up a tape and moving it. Obviously, that seemed like some sort of just that seemed yeah. Looking back, I'm like, yeah, that was definitely just trying to use us for
well, because I know Uncle Paulie and from my other boy that they do business like that, so because that's kind of scene it was in. So, and I was just like, I told you, I said, hey bro, if I'm doing it, I'm on parole right now.
Yeah, that's maybe what you said that made me realize, like, then at that time I wasn't even realizing, like, there might be something shady going on here, and that's when I set up that thing, and then later you thought maybe we were even like trying to take you out or something, right? Like,
yeah. Well, look at that. I see Sean Bice, and then I see you guys. You guys are just like, say, not the normal cats that I would be hanging out with. I'm like, why did these dudes want to come and help me? Like, what the fuck? I don't know shit. Like, and you guys are just coming to help me train for fucking my debut fight. And it was kind of crazy too, because I remember Chad George was like, okay, who you fighting? And I was like, Dave Espinoza. And he goes, oh, okay. Hey, Chris, can I talk to you for a minute? And he like went and talked to you on the side, and you're like, oh, well, it's too late now. You gotta go. It's too late now. He's signed the contract. He's got to fight him. And I'm just like, oh, shit. What? He's just like, okay, well, yeah, all right. He comes back, and he's just like, as a matter of fact, fucking then Chad George's phone goes off, and it says like Kid Dynamite. He's like, hey, speaking of the devil, look who's on the phone.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. It was comedy though.
That's hell funny. I remember like, and Bias is always so helpful too. Like Bias actually has the mentality. Bias learns so quickly. He's able to learn in one day. So he's trying to teach you some like complex things. I remember. I'm just trying to show you. I was more. Yeah, we each had a different approach. Yeah, Chad George is like, shit. Yeah, like, oh, well, there's nothing we can do. Bice is trying to show you some like high tech stuff. I'm just thinking like, I'm just trying to show you like a defensive move that can at least prevent that. I'm just trying to think, okay, maybe you can get one punch in, maybe one knockout punch. We got to change levels. I think I was showing you how to change levels, because you can stop a wrestler's shot just by making him think that you have a good defense. If you change levels with them, that might prevent the shot, and then you could nail him with a knockout punch or something. So I remember we were all like kind of like doing different stuff, but we got a good practice out of there. And and then of course, and then I think I ended up living at Santa Rosa for like a year before I came back, and then that's really when we hooked back up, started living together, and really training hard, because I actually helped train one of the dudes that you fought, which you would have beat him if he hadn't come to Santa Rosa and trained with us at NorCal Fighting Alliance for not that long, but still that camp is like so good. I don't know, it'd be hard to say what's better there or my gym in Tokyo, but as far as having camps, those two camps are like, anybody's gonna just improve so much there. And that was a good fight you had with him. If you had that fight Jim. after I mean, you would have crushed him. If we didn't help him and we had helped you, it would have thrown the, I mean, so wait, tell me about that Dave Espinoza fight. As far as I remember, I mean, just for the record, so we've got a history. I mean, you basically you tested positive for meth on that fight, right?
No, that was the Veil fight.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah,
So because
my
that's
debut.
okay. But Dave asked Moses, so you didn't get tested on that fight, or were you?
No. It was at the Tachi Palace. So
Okay.
you know,
Okay, yeah.
it was at the palace.
That was still
Yeah,
red fights. Eventually, they ended up going
yeah.
commission, but yeah. So on that fight, how did that fight go exactly? I mean,
It went cool. I mean, like
he
it
didn't want
went
to
what it
stand, right?
was. I mean, huh?
He didn't want to stand up, so it was just.
No.
But you got some strikes on a stand up. I mean,
I just went in there and tried to fucking do a flying knee on him or something, just like right off top, and landed in his freaking arms, and he dipped me, and then I don't know, but I got him, and then he was like trying to do a guillotine choke or something, and I peeled out of it. So when I peeled out of it, he was I was in his guard, so I was just ripping shots to his body, and then he got spooked for a second, and then then I came over with like a big haymaker and just missed his face, bounced him off the mat. He got up hella quick, and like he was a little nervous for a second,
yeah, because that's it is a lot of wrestlers. I mean, a lot of wrestlers.
Yeah,
they don't have that. Their conditioning is amazing. Their skill level is amazing, but they've never, it's different, and they do get spooked. I remember, that fight where we fought in San Francisco, you actually fought right after me, so I don't think you got to see that fight. But like Joey Meringue, I think it was
with that Filipino guy.
Yeah, who's a way better wrestler than me, like badass wrestler.
Was it the Filipino kid that you broke your hand on?
Yeah, I broke my hand on because I didn't want to tape up. I was like, I want my knuckles to. I want my knuckles. I wanted to feel my knuckles, so I'm not going to tape my hands up. And yeah, that was dumb. I should at least done a little thing. But then his wrestling was way better than me. But then once I caught him with a flying knee, it just changed the mentality. Because, as a wrestler, you get kneed.
Oh, dude, that just crushes you. A knee is so powerful, man. It breaks you down.
Yeah. So
you got him in the body. Did you hit him in the body?
In the face, in the head.
Oh,
in the head, in the chin. It was all over after that. And then I just got on top and started grounding and pounding. And that's when I broke my hand on his head. I mean, these little.
Oh, did they stop it?
Yeah, they
stopped it.
They stopped it eventually. Yeah. And they let it go longer than normal because he was beating me. He was beating me. So a referee doesn't want to stop and eat early TKO when the person who was behind is on top. Give him a chance because the other corner is going to get pissed if he's tearing it up the whole time.
He's winning the fight and he just caught a shot.
Yeah, so they had to make sure. Okay, and then after a while they were like, and his whole family. He had Filipino families, how they are. He had his whole, little kids and everything. So I kind of felt bad because he's had a whole. There's little kids.
Yeah. It was San Francisco.
Babies.
They're all there.
8 generations of
yeah.
And they weren't expecting that because he was like 3-0 or something. He tearing it up.
Yeah. I was like, man, I felt bad for the kid because I was like, when they was warming up in the back, I was like, oh, dude, because he's a fellow Filipino dude, so I'm like, oh man, that guy's, but he's fighting my boy. It's gonna be bad for him, Like I was watching him back, and I'm like, oh man, that sucks for him.
So that was actually one of our fights. I don't think we were living together then because you had a different corner guy.
No, I fought Ed Lavelle that day.
Oh, that was okay. So I was still.
I've seen you and Bias and Eli. Y'all was because we stayed in those. Remember the Best Western in San Francisco, right there. Where Eli was fucking woke up naked and they were stroking him about straight beef coat. So that was when I'll tell that. Like I said, everything's open, right? This is going to get posted. But anybody listening to this, not that many people watch. Yeah, I mean, we got some crazy stories. So Bias is, I had a long
stinge. I mean, I'd say for the entire late teens to 30, doing as much drugs as possible. Whatever we could score. So, but we'd train for fights, like seriously. And like we'd clean up for like our camps, train hard after the fight. Boom, we're going hard. We want drugs. If we're in San Francisco, I remember walking on the streets, just walking past. You got E, you got heroin, you got coke, you got meth, you got crack and stuff. And then we were walking. Yeah, that was the time we were walking. And Sean Bias
I remember.
Is like, these gay dudes just like look like he's got that. He just attracts gay people for sure and stuff. They pull out these guys, pull out 2 black gay dudes. Like they just stop the car, looking at Bias come out. Oh, like boom, and Bias starts chatting it up. They've got like a weird, weird language I don't even understand. But they're just like boom, boom, boom. They say these things. They don't know him. He doesn't. But they're just like they're able to connect, and just all of a sudden we're up in the room. Bias and one of them go out in the bathroom. I'm like smoking meth with this guy on the couch, and they've got 2. I've been smoking crack for like the last on San Francisco streets. All you can do is find crack. So it's like a broken meth pipe with like that steel scrubber like stuffed in there, and like
Brillo pad.
Yeah, and that's stuffed in there, and they're smoking. I've been smoking that. I don't really like that. Then all of a sudden this guy pulls out like a regular meth pipe, clean, big old fucking puddle just swirling around. I'm like, oh shit, I want that. I don't have to suck cock for this, do I, or nothing, and stuff. And then I didn't, luckily. And then so I actually, that might have been, I don't know, was that Best Western? I don't know if that was the same one. Is that like 7th and Mission or something on
Yeah, that was right in the right there. That was right off of like it was right there off of Market and shit.
Okay,
it was right there.
Because that was the Air and Go Brawl. That was in the that was that old like boxing. It's like 100. Yeah, Kezar, like 100-year-old boxing.
Yeah. Hey, like that fucking that little boxing place, you could feel like people that died up in there.
Yeah.
Like when you're down in the locker room in the corner, the blue corner or red corner. Well, I just felt an eerie feeling and I remember talking to the guy. I'm like, hey, dude, is it me or does it feel like an eerie feeling down here? And this guy's like, hey, yeah, no, you ain't heard the story? There's a boxer that died down here before.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, I could feel it too, because it was like that shit was like creepy, like old, you know. They had the lockers and shit in there, like a fucking. I don't know. I just felt that. I was like, man, this shit felt kind of creepy.
Yeah. Yeah. No. That was Did we fight? I think Eli fought there later on too at another fight. I think. But yeah, that place. So go back to So yeah,
I fought twice there.
Happened. What's that?
I fought twice there.
Okay.
At the Air and Go Brawl, and then I fought Dave Lavelle at the St. Patty Whack. I think that's the one you fought on too.
I fought there too. Okay, yeah. Okay. I feel like I thought. Okay. Yeah. All right, so that's and then the other ones when we were on 7th and Mission, that was those are other events. But I remember going there training, and then my dude backed out. The guy that you fought
and I fought Travis Bennett.
Yeah,
remember? And I was overweight, and you guys were like, because I was supposed to be cutting weight on the way up, and I was wearing the damn sweatsuit in the car with the heater on and everything, and then y'all came in the car back from the gas station with candy in your pocket, and I was like, man, who got the candy? I know I can smell it. And you guys start busting up like, man, here we go. And then I didn't end up cutting the weight, and I was like 3-4 pounds over or something. And I was like, man, I think I'll be cool, man. They're not gonna trip.
Yeah. What did I say? What are you talking about or something?
Yeah. You're like, man, where do you get this shit? Like, yeah. But they let it go.
Yeah, that's what's crazy, dude. That's what's crazy. Is that is your mentality. I swear, like you did that too. Out here in I was worried. I gotta admit, when you came out to, I mean, we're going all over the place, but that's cool. When you came out here to Phuket and you were with me, there's a couple times. I mean, you were like, you took my motorbike. You were drinking a little bit.
Oh yeah, that was a crazy. I've seen the freaking jail.
Yeah, you were in the. I thought for sure
Thailand.
you were locked up. But you were just at the jail because the girl you were with got in trouble. And you were like trying to help her out, and I was like, well, how the hell does this guy not? Something about your persona. Your persona gets away with a lot more than I don't think I could ever get away with. People don't want to tell you no because you have this like you're able to laugh shit off like it doesn't matter, and it's like you just have this like energy that is like I don't want to break it to this guy that actually it does matter, so I'm gonna just let it go.
Yeah. Man, that was crazy though in Thailand. But I got seen the jail over there. That was crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't want we before we get there. Let me well, we're all over the place. Go ahead. Yeah. What is there something?
No, go ahead.
No, I don't know. We already haven't stayed in chronological order. So, but actually, I do. One of the things I've been doing on these podcasts is kind of going back. I mean, you kind of told me, getting into the MMA game is part of it. You didn't really, you were just like, you saw the fights and you're just like, hey, I want to do it, and you did it. But
I started training with you, and that's when we were all started training at the No Limit gym.
Yeah, remember? Okay, so that was my first gym when I came back from. Where was it? It's hard to put stuff in chronological order, like because when I first came back from Santa Rosa, then we were training at No Limit was before I went to Santa Rosa, so we were.
Yeah. No, it was the sickness gym. It was at the sickness gym.
Yeah.
That was the first.
Okay,
that was the first gym, and then.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Then when you came back, you hooked up with Phil and was teaching a couple classes over there.
Yeah.
At the one in downtown, the big warehouse one.
The Powered In one.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's okay, and that's a good one. That's when Jesse Lobato. That's when I met him, and that when he was just on the podcast, and so he kind of helped frame that. Okay, let me tell you his story. You might have heard it if you listen to the whole thing. You listened to it, all of it, or
yeah.
So he said that he was training somewhere, and then you called him up and said, "No, old nail Sal just like fuck that shit. Nah, I got the real shit." But really, you just kind of wanted to ride, maybe. But also, we are the real. And he admitted he was like, I was the. But he said later, like, hey, that was, I got free training. Now he's got to pay if he wants to go to gym because he was driving us around where we had to go and stuff. Yeah. So at that
he was
time,
getting it real. The stuff that he was getting was.
What was I? Yeah. So I wasn't living in Powered In, was I? But I didn't.
No. You were staying at the UTC under the fucking ring.
Oh, that's right. I was, but I wasn't living there because I didn't stay overnight. Where was I living?
Yeah, you was. You was staying in the thing. Remember, what's his name gave you the key?
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, and then that's when I told you just come stay at the house.
That's right. That's when I started living in with you. Okay, yeah, that's when I moved.
Yeah, and then I got to go over there with you and teach. So you was teaching at the UTC and at No Limit, and I was just right there rocking with you. So I just got to train in both places.
Yeah, and then Jesse was giving us the rides basically, and then to Power In at least, and I was taking a bus. Yeah, I was taking like a bus.
And we had the G ride.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we had that. Yeah. Okay, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to put. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. What's the story behind the G ride? You have a fake. I know you're not the one that did, but you just got somebody else's driver's license. You asked to test run a car.
No, somebody's. I knew a person that be coming across these cars, and then they had the dealer plates and all. So I was just riding it. Hey man, our careers. I had that car for a year and a half.
Whatever happened to that?
Remember, we almost killed ourselves coming from center court and that shit hella times. Hella drunk.
Yeah. Oh, I remember one of those times. I was falling asleep And so were you. Actually, yeah, I was actually asleep. I was dead asleep, and you were falling asleep. I'd wake up every once in a while because we're like hitting bumpy roads and stuff.
Yeah, dude. We woke up and I hit the, the things on the freeway, those little cones that you hella high.
Yeah.
They were hitting your rearview mirror. Pat, pat, pat.
Oh man, yeah, that's not safe.
Yeah. Wild.
Wow, yeah.
Fun.
It is, yeah. It's crazy to look back. I mean, there's so many times we could have died for sure. And so it's crazy to be like kind of on this next stage of well, our lives were kind of settled down a little bit. Are you settled down or no?
Yeah.
I mean, you've had, I mean, Holly, how long you got your girl now?
2 years.
Yeah, that's a long time. So that's like almost, I mean, you guys gonna make some babies or what?
I don't know. I don't think I could have babies, man.
Yeah.
Honestly. We had a scare.
I thought so too. I thought I couldn't have babies for a long time. Ended up turning out, man. You can do it with
that's good. That's good to
see. Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah, no, that's a
I mean, I want one. Shit, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, catch me up with your house out there, because I still, like I said, I see a lot of posts. I can tell you're living out in wild. You're fishing.
So I live in Winchester Bay. Is like it's pretty much like a tourist. It's right there on the coast. You know what I'm saying? So like all the people, it's a population of like 400.
Oh shit! So it's got a tourist season,
we don't have
right?
a gas station or anything. Huh?
It's not all year round tourism.
It's a marina. It's like a marina.
Okay, so it's
and
more
people
like
campground, the dunes.
It's like a summertime thing, or all year round.
Yeah.
More.
That's where everybody comes for the summer and shit.
So like Californians basically are coming up, or everywhere.
No, just Oregonians. It's like so. Yeah, right here I live on the dunes, and the sand dunes. Yeah. So it's like in California, it'd be Pismo Beach. Pismo Beach is where they have like all the Dune Fest and stuff. But in Oregon, it's Winchester Bay. They have the Dune Fest here. So it's cool. It's hella cool.
So way different. Your house, your parents are also in Winchester Bay, or no?
They're in Reedsport. It's like a 20-minute drive up into the off grid. Like they got bears and shit on the property and shit like that.
They've got 30
cougars, all that shit.
You actually got a house. You're renting a house, or it's a
no. My parents own. They own the house, 2 houses here.
Okay, so you got this one here. You live with your girl, just you and your girl, or what?
No, and then June stays here. June and his son.
June's there. All right. June and who?
Yeah. June and his boy.
Okay. How many rooms is that? It's a big house, like.
No, it's just a 2-bedroom and shit. But I'm never really here.
Yeah.
I'm always at my parents' house because that's where I'm always working over there, and we got like a little tiny home on the river right there.
Oh, and you stay in the tiny home.
Yeah.
And fish.
Yep, fish.
All right,
fish. Yeah.
So what about transportation? You got your own transportation? What do you got?
Yeah, I drive.
What do you drive? A car, a truck, bike?
Car. I crashed my truck.
Ooh.
At Doomfest, I crashed it. I had a toothache. I was messing with my tooth, and I just hit a parked car.
Yeah, those toothaches are bitches, man. Toothaches are the worst.
Dude. I remember when I fucking Stockton, when I fought, my tooth blew up on me.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's it. I was hating life.
Yeah. I have one thing that might be worse than toothache. I don't know if it was an ulcer, but I just had a stomach ache that was terrible, dude. I think I drank too much apple cider vinegar or something, and it was I don't know, it was that was the one thing. But otherwise, yeah, toothache is number one. My worst pain ever was a toothaches. Are absolutely terrible.
Hey, let me grab this phone charger before it dies.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, 10%. All right. I think should be good. Hold on.
So in the I'm trying to think in the future. Basically, what you're saying is you're gonna have a couple houses. You could be renting that out because.
Oh yeah, well, see the neighbor's house. Yeah, there's a rental right next door.
And you own it. You mean? I mean, it's part of.
I mean, my parents own it.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So. Yeah, that's cool because that's one thing I'm working on is like, because I've never made enough money to like pay taxes. Basically, I mean, every time I try to like file, people just laugh at me like and stuff. I don't make enough money to. Basically, I won't be getting any Social Security or any retirement. So I've got a couple little things I'm trying to set up just so I have some sort of residual income in the future. But my main thing is like, actually, I don't really care about that so much as just being self-sustainable. So I don't need money. I'd rather not need money. I think a lot of people are more focused on like generating income. I'm more interested in not needing money. And so
that's like me.
Yeah. So, but at the same time, it seems I wouldn't want to be zero. I wouldn't want to have nothing coming in.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want to be able to do shit when I want to do shit.
Yeah, so
I don't want to be broke.
So will that be your main thing? Just renting out? Is that going to be enough, or do you have anything that for like right now you're working doing right now you're basically building up that house is what you're working mainly is building that deck.
Yeah,
I mean, you did all that shit.
Yeah, right. That's I've been basically this past time I've been over there fucking helping my parents spending time with my pops, building shit and trying to fulfill this fool's dream while and
oh, I got it. Yeah,
just makes and spend some time with him because he ain't got too much time left.
How old is he now?
He's about to turn. He's 77 right now.
Yeah. My dad died like 2 weeks before he was 75, and then my mom's out here living with me now, but she's got like dementia. Tight. It's early. She's totally present, totally can have a conversation, but just memory, like no memory formation when it comes to like and it's okay. I mean she's happy. She's living with us for a year, but then there's this place with this that they focus on that, and then her Social Security coming in is enough to afford this place. So and she likes it there. She loves it there because there's all these other old people, and she keeps meeting the same people. She thinks she meets them for the same time, or for the first time. Like, and she tells me about him. I'm like, yeah, I know, I already know him. You told me about him. And she said, oh, and then but so that kind of puts it puts a big perspective. I think that's an interesting time. We're at an interesting time in our lives because basically our parents, I mean, we just straight up, they're going to go pretty soon. And so as you know, I was studying psychology, I just got that. I'm officially, Dr. CD now. And my focus, it was as that was going on. So my dad had already passed away. I see my mother aging. She's going through the same stuff that my grandma went through, this, dementia, where it's just like, I actually look at it as a spiritual transcendence. Like, it's actually good that she's kind of disconnecting from things. She doesn't even remember things. And that's actually a good way to go, because you don't want to have attachments. You don't want to leave this world thinking like, oh, I got shit to do. You know what I mean? It's like, it just goes. So I look at it spiritually. I had interviews for my dissertation. My research that I was doing was focused on people who have lost a loved one and their experiences with it. We're going through it. Of course, you've already gone through something much more serious than losing a parent, and that's a brother. Because when you lose a brother, of course, the only thing worse than that would be losing a child, right? I mean, as a parent now, I don't even want to even say those words because
I've lost a few brothers.
Oh yeah, well
one blood brother,
that's before I met you told me about him. In fact, sometimes you even mentioned when we were getting close, I remember you you know, we're basically, you know, we live together, we're hanging out every day, and there's a couple incidences when you could see me maybe going down the same path, and you kind of like, you know, kind of like, you told me a little bit about all that, what happened with that, how, you know, basically he got, you know, caught up, and you want to talk about that one?
What's that?
I mean, I remember. See, I remember that story. So he was. You told me he was hella peaceful. He wouldn't hurt a fly. Is that who you're talking about?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
yeah, my boy.
And you were in the game. You know, moving shit around, and then he got jacked, or you guys got jacked, or whatever. He ends up.
Yeah, he just was messing with some J cats, man. Some old shit, and then he was just a sucker or something. They got into it, whatever, and then he started getting over on him. They stabbed him up and shot him up. But he was this guy, like, this is my best friend. He would, when we were little kids, we like pour salt and slugs and shit like that, and he would be over there like, no man, don't kill him.
Yeah,
you know. That fool, on the weekends, he went to he would do volunteer work at the science center, playing with the animals.
Yeah.
And he got, the way how violent he got killed, man, it's kind of fucked up. But it's more of an eye opener. I feel like he sacrificed his life, you know.
Yeah.
In order for him to get done like that.
Yeah.
You know, it makes everybody else open their eyes to what they doing and what's going on, you know.
Yeah.
If it would have been somebody else that, you know, one of the homies that be wild and doing shit, it would be like, oh yeah, he had it coming. But
this is the going guy that didn't.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I mean that those are probably the stories I got. I got that story living with you. You tell me pieces and pieces. So it was fun always, like hanging out with you, you know, on our late nights, just, you know, staying up doing you know, on one and stuff, and I get little pieces of your past, kind of, and I'd always piece it together, like so. I kind of saw that, and then sometimes I could tell. Sometimes you were telling me, because there is, it's crazy, something about the street. Like, you know, you're the hardest person I know, basically. You've been, you know, you've done dirt at a level that, but like. It's cool, you know. There's this whether it's rap culture or like just this like bad boy. It's like there's an aspect of it that is attractive, you know, and especially for kind of a guy that's, you know, pretty. Even though I'm crazy, people that know me, I'm crazy, and that's actually what's dangerous, is because I'm actually, you know, like I was studious. I was always studious through school. I wasn't, you know, I never really got into to like crime, like I think I reminded you of that friend, because I generally am not I'm like, no, that's bad, you know, but there is this aspect that can get in our psyche where when you it kind of feels cool to get in that, and you were kind of like a mentor, keeping me from, you know, you're cool, you have this aspect that like, wow, this guy's cool, you know. When I'm hanging out with Nell, I feel like, dude, I've got like twice the chance of pulling a girl from the club. Like, you know, if they know I'm with him, I might pull something tonight. You know what I mean? So there's this aspect of that, and our relationship was dynamic at the same time.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
At the same time, you're like, hey, dude, like, for the same reason some girls might not want to get with you. Like, he's bad business. You're like, hey, dude, this is my boy right here. So
yeah.
We kind of
now I get to go to, when we're on college, the campus, I'm like, hey, go talk to them Japanese girls, or whatever, you know, because you speak a little. So, and I was like, man, hey, it's cool. It brought me into a whole new world that I wouldn't, you know, mingle with either. So that was cool.
Yeah, no, that's a funny, it's a funny dynamic to have.
So that's what I liked about you, man, because you actually you're comfortable enough in your own skin to go float around and do this, do that, know when to say, okay, I'm good, that's too much for me, I'm good on that, I'm gonna do this, you know. Or and a lot of people can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, not without getting sucked up into the game or just getting, you know, getting ate up and.
Hell yeah.
You know, a lot of I've seen so many people just go and get.
Yeah. And were you ever worried about me at some time that I might? Because I mean, looking back, there's a couple times.
Sometimes, when I was going to, I think I had to go turn myself in, and like you're like, oh man, you're gonna be gone for how long? I was like, oh, I just gotta sit down for like 40 days or something, and you're like, oh man, I want to go to jail too, man.
Yeah, it seemed kind of fun.
Man, that sounds really exciting, man. It sounds like fun. I want to go to. I was like, no, you don't want to go to jail, bro.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that was. So wait, the thing that sucks. That's when your brother died, right? I mean, blood brother.
Oh yeah.
During those 27 days that you were in jail.
No, that was 20 when I did 20 months.
Another
prison.
one.
Yeah, when I went and did 20 months.
That's right. Yeah. No, oh yeah, that's right. No, because I was already out. Yeah. No, I remember. Okay. Oh, you were in 20 months.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That was for just DUIs and not
no. That was for counterfeit money.
Oh, you went down for that?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had some of those. I don't know if I should, I should talk about that, but
remember, I remember that. Yeah. Remember it was right before you left to whatchamacallit, to Thailand, to go back to Thailand right after the Porterville fight. Nick bought some cheese.
Yeah, I was like, this place, like, oh, this is the perfect place to use it. And then they got the machine, dude. They got not just that marker, they got the machine. I'm just like, oh, because somebody else figured, hey, this little side of the store cheese place, because cheese is expensive, is perfect place to spend 100, and it's like this rinky-dink place. They break out this machine, but they just bought that machine, and it was saying that it wasn't working, but they're looking at it, it looks good, and then they use the marker, and the marker worked. Like, oh, sorry, this machine must not be working. I'm like, oh god, and got out there. Another time, it was like at an adult store buying some shit or something, and I remember, like, I was so nervous using it that I was like, I knocked over stuff on the counter. I get so nervous spinning those things. I'm just like, but those things passed with flying colors. I guess eventually, that's the thing. Eventually they realize, oh, these are fake. They go back, look at cameras, try to find out who spin them. If they saw my face, I'm out of the country, but shit, maybe I should stop all that.
That's the man. That was so it was
funny, yeah.
That was funny. Yeah, you're always getting nervous. Shoot, I remember we were starving after we went to the club and we hit up the Denny's, and like we were like, you got no money.
Or you're like, T-bone steak. Everyone's ordered T-bone steaks, and the waitress is like, come on, guys, don't dine and ditch me. And I'm like, come
on. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then the supermarkets too, with hungry man, I think fighters. When I'm hungry, I just got some power.
The fighting was like it was fighting and training. That was at a time of my life, man. It was like so much fun. Everything was fun, and we didn't need nothing. Like we didn't even. Things are just gonna work out. It's life of a fighter.
Yeah. and they always did for the most part. I mean, that mentality does make things. That era was huge, and that's what I say. It's kind of like for me, the 20s, they're a blur. They're hard to remember sometimes, but like, I don't regret nothing about those, because that's living. Like, I'm so glad. I'm so glad I didn't get caught up. Having a family early, because I wouldn't have been ready. I would have been not a father. So happy coming out here, starting like my family and
be actually present.
Yeah, and old and mature enough. At the same time, having lived that life, I'm satisfied. Like, I don't think I'm gonna have midlife. Well, actually, if there were a midlife crisis, I'd have it now, I guess. I mean, I am midlife. Like totally fulfilled with my, like, I've done stuff. I
Yeah.
actually am happy. I could live, just stay on my land. I don't care about traveling anymore. I don't care about traveling the world. In fact, to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared to even leave Thailand, because when that coronavirus hit, there were people like me that, right, I don't have any sort of citizenship to Thailand. Like, I'm still on a visa. I'll always be on a visa. It's not like America where you can kind of become an American citizen. That's the whole, you know, America's image is, you know, we'll take your, I think right on the Statue of Liberty, it's like, we'll take your immigrants, your refugees, your migrants. That's the whole, our whole motto. But in Thailand, Thailand is Thailand. And if you're not Thai, you're a guest. They treat you wonderfully. I love it here, but they don't give me that legal status of a Thai person. It'll never happen. And so basically, if I leave the country and there was some sort of incident, whether it's a coronavirus outbreak or if there were a war, I know there's conflicts, you know, all over the country. If something happens in the South China Sea, America, US and over Taiwan or something, it's like, there could easily be a situation, a nuclear bomb goes off in Ukraine. I could easily see countries being like, okay, we're just going to shut down. You know, Thailand's trying to always stay neutral and safe, and they care about their own citizens. They would shut down, and if you're not Thai, they'll let the Thai people back in. This is what happened. There were families like me. They had, you know, a Thai family, Thai children, and they were out of Thailand. And then when they decided to close down the borders, and they weren't allowed, all the Thai people were allowed back in, but the foreigner, even he had a family or something, had to stay out for like 6 months before he finally came in or something. So it makes me scared. It's like, it's not even worth it for me to fuck around, basically. So but I'm actually cool with it. Thailand's got so much. I'd be cool to just stay here. If things like clear up, no wars, no pandemics, I might leave, but then it's like, how can we ever be sure? That shit something can snap off, aliens attack or something, you know what I mean? We got all kinds of crazy shit going on. So it's like, who knows I don't even know what's real or what's made up.
Yeah,
you know?
fucking government.
Yeah, you don't know. So it's like, basically, I feel safe if I'm in here, but I feel just leaving the country, I feel like, am I going to get back in? Basically, you know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's scary. It's scary.
So I might be staying
sure.
here. And that's another reason why I'm doing this gathering. Like I said, 18 years from now, hopefully I can have all my homies just come. It doesn't have to come every year, but I'll be hosting it every year. And hopefully every year I have some people are coming and visiting me. The ones who want to come every year, if you're in a good position that you can, and come for the 2 months, you can actually save money because it's free to live here, basically. And then and we'll be doing projects like yeah, whatever, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, where was that heading, or what were we talking about before I went off on some political stuff? Yeah, I mean, political stuff is crazy. There are, yeah. What's going on? What do you see? You kind of left California. California seems more like of a hotbed for culture wars. You know that there's
dude, California's on fire. They're going crazy right now. They've like the theft over there is like not even illegal, or like no one's going to jail for it. So people are just going in the stores and just fucking grabbing shit off the racks and run, and employees can't do nothing. This is wild.
Well, see, the funny thing is,
people breaking into cars while
yeah,
broad daylight.
I've seen that. I've seen videos of that, but wasn't that always the case? I remember one of my roommates in college,
yeah,
it's like the only time I stole shit. I remember she worked for Gap, and she told us, so this is back in like 2003, 2002, something. And I remember her telling us, like, hey, we're not allowed to confront somebody if they're stealing.
Yeah.
It's only if they lost. So that was always the case.
No, right? But now they're not even arresting people. Like, they can't even arrest them. They're not even like calling police. It's nothing.
Before it was like the employees, and I think it was more for the employees' safety. Like, they tell employees, like, don't. Now, what about loss prevention? Before, they used to be like loss prevention that could. Do they still have that?
Yeah, loss prevention can stop them, but like they're not even. It's not even a jail sentence. They don't even call the cops anymore. The cops don't come for it.
So that's crazy.
So they get signed out and released.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. I mean, and then in Oregon is more, but Oregon's kind of crazy because Oregon's also really liberal, but it also has a lot of the more like kind of country folk, you know. It's not really like major city.
You're smoking.
Oh,
where were you? Huh? Where at?
Hey, is that Holly? Hey.
Yeah.
You need to take a little break and come back. I can push pause, or if you got to go, you got to go too. It's fine too.
No. I'm
okay.
chill.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. How is it in Oregon? Oregon seems more laid back. I actually, before I moved to Orville, you know, I'm from like I moved to Orville in 3rd grade, and then I lived 1 year in Oregon. I lived in Rogue River. How far are you? You know Rogue River? The
oh yeah.
like
I passed the road. We go through the road. Yeah.
Okay. So I lived there for that's actually where I started my martial arts career. I did 2nd grade. But that was my first like karate.
Oh yeah, where with Team Couture?
I don't know. No, I'm talking. I was in 2nd grade.
No, I'm just playing.
I was in 2nd grade. It was actually, I think we had to
He
go.
was over there training with Enoch.
No, it was our sensei was a woman actually. It was like Kimpo karate. It was Kimpo though. So yeah, I mean, but this is like 1988 or something, you know. So I mean, you know, we do like the arnis sticks, you know, those are Filipino, right? The arnis sticks, Filipino art, right? Yes. But we incorporate, you know, the karate, quote unquote karate in America had always been like a mixture of kung fu, Chinese styles, and whatever we mix in the Filipino arts. So
whatever they could just take off the thing and people, they're just running with it.
Yeah, and it was cool. I actually liked it when I was a little kid. Those were all good. So wait, you did traditional martial arts at any point?
I did maybe about a year of Muay Thai.
Oh, but when was that? Because I didn't even know what Muay Thai was until after I was already
a long time ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, because that shit didn't really blow up.
It was.
You're talking like in the 90s, 80s, like way back when you were.
No, the late early 90s, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty young.
Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. And then okay, so yeah, let's. I actually never knew what did you get into when you came out here to Thailand, when you were in Phuket, and there you came with me to my school a couple times, or to, you know, when I was teaching, kind of sitting back watch my class. Then there's a couple times I know you kind of went off, you disappeared for a little while, and then of course I left and you were still there. What kind of you were fishing, weren't you? You went and you found somebody to fish, or you like hooked up with some Thai people and scored some shit and just fished all night, or what?
One dude, that one of these couple that owned the bar down there, they was cool. Like they hooked me up. I was gonna go on a charter, go marlin fishing, because that's something I always wanted to do. Was go, you know, catching big old swordfish.
Yeah, in the ocean. Yeah.
But the waters that day was no good. Like it was too rough on the ocean.
Yeah.
So I had to pick something else. So I went and bathed with the freaking elephants and shit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was fun.
Yeah.
No, that was cool too.
So,
but yeah, and then of course that one night when to the club and then left.
when I was with you, and then I ended up having to
you bounced out early because you had to go home to your wife.
Yeah. And I classes or whatever. Yeah. And then you
stayed
back. Of course, JJ was with us at that time. At times he was here, right? Wasn't JJ?
Yeah, he was there, but I think he left. He was the first one to leave.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe I don't know if he was teaching or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he had a
So
class or
then
something.
we were at a club. You ended up meeting up with that girl that she said she was with her mom, but that wasn't her mom or something, right?
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Her mom was trying to freaking sell her to
yeah,
us.
yeah. That unfortunately that shit happens out here. And then so
Yeah,
but they got rolled up. I was nervous. Yeah, I thought for sure. I was like, oh shit, this guy got rolled up. But these are actually Thai people. They ended up getting arrested for driving.
they were
It
cool.
was a checkpoint, and
Yeah. Cause so what happened was, like, I was hanging out with the daughter. The daughter was cool, and her mom kept. It was her mom. Maybe her mama's
son or
son or
something,
something.
basically.
Yeah. And she's like, she kept saying, you want to die? You have 8,000 baht or something, and you're like, how about I just give you 4,000? You get lost.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I don't care what if she wants to hang out, we can hang out, but I'm not giving her $1,
Yeah.
like, and so we ended up just hanging out, chilling, and then by the end of the night, we're going back to their place, and we hop on a scooter,
All three.
Yeah, all three. So, and mom's is driving, and mom's is hella drunk. She's tossed, and next thing you know, we pull up, and there's like a checkpoint.
Yeah.
and
That's all they have
like,
here. No patrol. Yeah, it's only checkpoint.
Yeah, and when you're drunk, you pull up and you kind of like, I do it all the time when I prematurely see the stop sign. It says stop on the road. I'll stop, and the stop sign's hella far from where I'm at.
Yeah.
Hey, so that's what she did, dude. And she stopped, and like we're on like a little moped, and it kind of like did an endo. Yeah. And then the bike just laid the bike down. Boom.
Yeah.
And like fall over, and like my hands are like still stuck on the bike because I'm on the back seat.
You're on the back or in the middle?
In the middle.
Yeah.
In the middle.
Yeah.
And so the bike falls down, and the cops are just like looking at us. They're still like 25 feet from us. Like, what the hell are they doing?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh. So she's like, come on, get up, pick the bike up, and I picked the bike up. And she's like, come on, get on. She gets on. So I'm like, okay, we all three get back on it, and she hops on, and I'm thinking she's gonna pull up. She just blows through the freaking checkpoint, full throttle. I'm like, oh my God, dude. We're about to get in a high speed on a moped.
Yeah. And they got you though, or what happened?
Oh yeah, they was quick. They smashed up on us in the little Cherokee and and got us. And she's Thai, an older lady, and you know how they are. They ain't taking no shit from no younger kid. Pulling them over. She's over there talking hella smack to him, like getting all crazy on them.
Yeah.
And they're just like, And then they did their little test on her, and then said, oh, we're gonna take you to the station and do a test. So they told us, like, we were just gonna go. You guys got to follow us.
Did they think you were Thai?
Well, one of the dude, another officer, he hopped on the moped and he just drove, and we got in the little cop car.
Yeah.
And we went to the thing, and then like she's over there still talking smack to him. That's when I text you, like, hey, I'm over here at the freaking.
Yeah, you didn't tell me that. Yeah. I just heard jail, so I'm like, this motherfucker got arrested.
Yeah. And and then I was like, oh man, hold on, let me see. I think we'll see what they're gonna do. And then they came back, and they're like, oh, she's staying here for the night, blah 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 blah. And the cop came out from the back, was like this. He went like this with the key. Was like, and I was like, hey, and he just threw it to me.
Yeah.
I grabbed it. It was gone, man.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So that cool.
Then I went over to the different. Yeah, first I don't know if I went to the Patong, but then it was over the hill.
Yeah.
To the other place, and you were already gone.
That's what I think. That was where I was at. The Patong. What was it called?
Well, Patong is on that side of the hill, but I think actually you ended up in Katu, over the hill, still close to it. I remember when I finally got there. But yeah, you were already long gone. I thought you would be in jail. But like I said, I think if it would have been me in your position, I would have got arrested. They just would, because they, I mean, maybe it's, I mean, partly just my persona, my attitude. I mean, you've got that, just like, it's cool. Like, you have that mentality and that energy that you're just like, it doesn't matter. Everything's cool. And it's,
I was just
you're able to
chilling.
get out of it. Yeah. But
I
you
wasn't
actually,
tripping.
you wouldn't have,
I didn't say a word.
You had been drinking. I mean, you wouldn't have passed a breathalyzer, would you? Uh-oh. Oh, no. He might come back. Let me just push pause here, and then we'll go from there. All right. Back and in business. Maybe. Almost. There he is. Right. Battery or
1 sec.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're in a new room. Oh, what's that little thing? Little puppy.
These little Yorkies.
Was that a cute little puppy? You've always been like those does that turn into a beast? Does that turn into a beast, or is that just
it's a little Yorkie?
What is a Yorkie? Is it just stay cute like that the whole time?
Yeah, it's a small little.
Is that a puppy, or is that full grown?
He's a puppy.
How big does it get?
We breed them.
Okay.
We got a bunch of them over here.
Oh shit.
This is 6 weeks right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cute little thing.
Yeah.
So on
they're pretty cool.
What's that?
They're cool dogs.
Yeah.
Little guys.
Yeah. No,
I'm a big dog guy, so
yeah.
It's a big change.
Big change to go from big old beast to cute little.
Yeah. They're cool though. They poop hella little. It's not like
little
big old dogs.
Turds, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't like any of it. I don't like dealing with poop anyway.
Yeah. That's why I love this out here in the jungle. We don't even. That's one thing that sucks about cats are litter boxes. I hate litter boxes. We don't have litter boxes. They just go out in the wild. I've stepped in my dog's poop once. She's pretty good. She pretty much poops off the pads, but sometimes I'm walking through. But like I don't even know where my cats poop, but they go out. They just find good spots. They bury it. It's good for the soil, good for the land.
You still got the same cats?
Some of them, yeah. 3 of them. We got 3 of those same cats that you saw when we had them. Then we had some more here. We lost some because we came up with 6 of those up here, but so we only have 3 of those left. Snakes could have got a couple of them disappeared.
Dang.
But
y'all got cougars out there?
No, there's no. The main thing are snakes, like those big old pythons. Those are for the animals that you gotta watch out for. There was I don't know what it was. It was either a civet or a mongoose or a weasel.
Ooh.
But like a mongoose are fierce, but it was dead in our house. So one of our cats brought it in. I don't think a cat would kill a mongoose. I think a mongoose would kill a cat more likely. So I don't know what it is.
A snake? A mongoose snake?
Well, I mean, mongoose kills snakes. A mongoose is it's like a weasel, but they've got sharp teeth. They kill snakes. They hunt snakes. But it's some sort of weasel-like. It's a weasel-like animal, like a meerkat. It's they're out here.
Yeah.
They got sharp teeth. They're about the size of a cat, but it was dead in our house. So either our cat killed it or our dog killed it, and our cat brought it in. I don't know. Yeah.
Damn.
So going back, so in Thailand when you were here, so when you left, that the Mama-san got arrested and the cop threw you the key, but you were drunk or at least under. I mean, you wouldn't have passed.
Oh
it.
yeah,
I
was
so
drunk.
that's crazy. They
But
didn't
I was
even.
sober by then.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
sober by then because
Okay.
we was just on the back of the freaking on the moped, freezing hella cold, and then police scare crashed
Yeah.
thing. I'm like, oh man,
I mean, you sobered up, but
I've
yeah,
heard, yeah, I sobered
yeah.
up quick. I heard a lot about them being locked up abroad.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing though, it's cool out here. Like, I mean, they don't crack down on like they're not patrolling. That's what's cool, that you don't have to worry. It's really only those checkpoints and situations, or if you get in real deep with something, obviously you're gonna get caught up. But then then you could get caught up for a long time. Yeah, you want to get out of there, because you're like, no, I'll just sit or something. If you got to get out quick, because the longer you're in there, then the deeper you'd get in, you can always like pay a fine. You know what I'm saying? Like early on, just pay a fine and get out of there while you can. But you weren't even, you didn't even roll up. So that was cool. I mean, you didn't even get, you completely just skated past.
Yeah, I didn't even. I remember you looked at me. You're like, man, I brought all of my money that I was gonna move with up there. I thought you were in jail. I was gonna go bail you out and freaking shit. I was like, oh no, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm more responsible than that. And you gave me this look like, yeah, right.
That's the attitude. That's that attitude that gets it though. That mentality, it works, man. If you would have let up for 1 second, they would have. You might not get out of there. It's that mentality that everything's cool. That it
didn't even say
you, and then everybody just
I didn't even
look at you. Everything's cool.
I didn't even speak to the dude. I didn't say one word to the cop. He just looked at me, held the key up like this, and I said, and he threw it. That's all it did.
Yeah, that's how crazy.
So it was cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then you were out in the Philippines too.
Oh yeah, that was
a weird connection.
Actually, that was the best trip of my life. That was awesome.
Because you were doing.
I did it.
I saw you doing some raps and
we did all kinds of cool shit out there.
Yeah. What was your connection there? That was kind of more that was what got you out here, and then you flew out here and flew back there, or have that connection, whatever that was.
That was so when I got out of prison, I got my GED up in there. So when I got out, I enrolled in college, and I ended up going to ARC.
American River, yeah.
And while I was in ARC, I was like trying to do all the cool shit, all the shit. So I like got a dance class.
Yeah.
Tried out for the dance class and whatever, made the dance class. So I'm over there dancing with these kids and just doing all kinds of cool shit. And met this dude, Philip, and we made a little group called Tranquil Arts.
Yeah.
It was basically
it's too small for me now.
Bunch of different kind of arts, from dancing to music, musicians, whatever, spoken word, whatever. And we did that, and then we were like raising money throughout the year, doing like little talent, like open mics and stuff in downtown and shit. And then we like raise money and for the cause of, like, we were trying to go to the Philippines, we do clothes drives and shit.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we did that, and then a team of us went to the Philippines, like 4 or 5 of us. And
what was the connection? Somebody was Filipino or had a Filipino connection?
Yeah, Felipe, his mom, they were actually, so this is a cool story too. Felipe, his parents, his mom's family, they run a big petroleum, like a oil petroleum jelly fucking company out there.
Yeah.
But anyways, long story short, like, he set up a bunch of like shows and stuff that we were gonna be doing, dance performances throughout the day. And then we even like did a show for like in Naga City, and the mayor, they were paying for, or like they gave us all the equipment and stuff. to do it. And but anyhow, so we're out there. We're at we go to this radio station, and we're supposed to promote, the show, and we're over there promoting. They were having a talent show, like find the next freaking star out the province or whatever. And the guy's asking us, he's like, hey, so what is your title? What is your title? And I'm like, what is my title? Like, huh? He's like, your title. I go, oh, our name, like the group name. He's like, yeah. I go, oh, Tranquil Arts. And he's like, no, your last name. And I'm like, oh, my last name? My last name's Ocampo, And he's all, no, but your last name, who's in Cebu that you're with? Like, what's their last name? And I'm like, oh, okay, my boy's family. I was like, oh, their last name's Pansoy. And this fool goes like this, Pansoy? You're the richest in Naga. Hey, that shit was so fucking funny, man. I could.
So they're they're well situated.
Oh yeah, they're balling. They're balling.
Well, so wait, he said in Naga, but Cebu is the entire province, right? I mean, Cebu.
Yeah. Cebu is
islands,
the city.
I think, or
Cebu is like this, like the city, and then Naga City is like a little city in the city.
Okay, yeah, because Cebu, that's one of the major tourist destinations. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
I've never been to Cebu, but I know which one that is. I mean, that's like
I mean, it's pretty.
It's nice. I mean, it's got nice beaches and stuff.
It's not like it's not the main tourist attraction like Manila and like
Well, Manila is a major city, but like for the like in Thailand, you got Bangkok is the main city, but we got Phuket, right? Because it's like a small island. What's the main island? I thought Cebu was the main.
Manila is like the main island.
I mean, that's like the big island with a big city. It's more like populated though. Like, it's not nice. They don't really have nice beaches.
No, Cebu's got
nice beaches.
Populated, but it is like it's kind of slum.
Oh, is it? Okay,
like
okay.
There's
I visualize it kind of.
Well, at least Naga City is kind of slum.
Okay. Okay. So, but anyway, so yeah, this guy's like his family's.
Yeah, they're balling. Like I went and ran errands with his mom for the day, and I could recognize what's going on. Like we pull up to the one of the, like they own one of these shopping malls and stuff. So we pull up and we pull out of the parking lot, and I'm looking, and like I see the armed guards. They see us coming up, and I see him like run off, and he like ducks under like the little shelf or whatever, and grabs this bag of thing, and I'm like, well, what's this fool doing? And by the time we come walking up, he goes, here, Ma, and he throws her Felipe's mom this bag of money.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And I'm like, and she grabs it like, oh, salama, and she goes like bumps me with the elbow. She's like, well, what you know about that fucking CR money, fool? She was hella cool, man.
Yeah,
she was tight, but yeah, she's the one that showed us how to get at, like, once she recognized what we were trying to do out there, and she got on. She was like, everywhere we went, she goes, hey, let me talk to your general manager, your floor manager, tell them what we were doing, and then boom, and they put us on. Bam. So next thing you know, I was just like, everywhere we go, performing, doing the thing, doing it.
That's good. You get hooked up like that. I tried to get something like that going. I couldn't do it out here, but I know it is. If you know the right people, the same thing could happen out here, because I know they're doing all kinds of performances.
Oh yeah,
but you did do that one performance. That was cool. We got one thing out here.
Yeah, basically that. Like after she showed me that, I was just like, watch. I'll just go up to people and tell them what to do, and then. Yeah, and they'll be like, okay, because there ain't nothing else going on. It's
exactly. There's a mic, and that's what's crazy out here. There's a couple of things like. I mean, I think Philippines is the same, and Thailand is the same. A lot of Southeast Asia is, I mean, they love karaoke, and they love.
It's open season.
Like everybody's got like, I mean, like homes have like badass
it's
stereo equipment. I mean, like music. I mean, people have gotten mics, like small little divey little cafe or something.
Bars
They got
anywhere.
huge systems, and yeah, you can just perform lights and music
everywhere.
They're big. Yeah, I'm driving I'm way out in the countryside, but sometimes this little tiny just outside like TV bar style type, you know, they sell
that's what
chicken or
they
something.
do. That's what
at night they've just got these big ass
people
speakers,
drinking beer
lights.
and having doing stuff.
That's
what's up.
That stuff. Yeah, that stuff goes on here too. Like, it's cool. They usually stop at midnight, but even out here where I'm at, because I live right on the river, and then there's two rivers connect. One river is another province. The other river is like another sub district, and music carries on the river. So sometimes even we're way out. We have no neighbors, but you can hear these like
party. It's popping.
It's just carrying off the river and stuff. It's cool. It's actually kind of cool to be out here. You're seeing these crazy stars. You're way out in the wilderness, but you can hear something going on in the distance, like, you know, just popping off hard.
I mean, and then besides that, we got to go. We went from like we fed the homeless, and you know, all those clothes that we raised from the clothes drives. We clothed them too, and it was cool too, because like the people that I was with, the kids that I was with, they're like, hey, oh, we got to be careful out here because these people are like really, you know, and I was like, man, I ain't afraid of none of them. I'm like, man, give me I'll walk straight into the straight up in a straight Squatterville, like where, you know, is all. I'm like, dude, I don't care. They're not, we're here to help them. They're not gonna freaking rob us or something. I'm like, we're giving stuff away, you know what I'm saying? Like, give it. And because one of the girls, she was given,
but they're white, like, the people that are with you are white.
Yeah, she was trying to talk to one of the people. Hey, and it was kind of rude, and I told him after that, like, because the Filipino lady kind of was just like, you know, got hella aggressive, like, because she didn't know what they were doing, and she's like trying to give her food or whatever, and then by the time she realized what she was doing, she was like, oh, okay. And then Kat, she got all scared. She's like, oh, guys, I don't want to do that. I was so nervous right there. I didn't know what the girl was gonna do, and nobody was around. And I was like, man, I thought you guys just wanted to do that on your own. I didn't know, like, you needed someone to back you up, you know what I'm saying? I was like, but it's cool. If you guys don't want to do it, I'll take all the food. I'll go all up in there by myself. Like, you know, these are my people.
I'm not generally, though. Yeah, if I made a comparison between, there are some, I don't know exactly. I can imagine. I've been to a couple of places in the Philippines where I was kind of scared. Like, being white is different walking down, because you're like I remember walking down. It's crazy. It's crazy because it's like, it's jungle. I was in the city, and the city is in Manila, like, or in Angela City, actually, where it's like, I mean, it's like, you know, there's a lot of slum areas, and all of a sudden, like, there's certain tourist streets, and then there's, I was in some places that I definitely didn't feel safe. I had to, like, do some crazy ass circling out to bounce. I was getting, like, followed, like I was about to get jacked, I think. And if I hadn't known, you know, if I hadn't had my I mean in the past, I might have not recognized what was going on, and I had to go out of there quick. But I was more of a target. You I mean, you are Filipino on one side, plus you don't look like somebody that you just have that confidence of you that just, like I said, it just emits off you. Well, I don't think you're going to get in trouble with that, but they probably actually were legitimately concerned that they like.
Well, she's like, she's like, oh my God, Nelson, you were in there wearing all your jewelry, your earrings and stuff. And these guys, people, I was like, dude, I mean, at the end of the day, dude, I will scrape one of these fools.
Yeah, there you go. No, oh shit. Yeah.
I was like, I mean, but I'm not trying to do it. I'm like, I'm not gonna let nobody freaking run me, like, forget that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm talking when I told my dad, he's like, "Hey, you gotta be safe out there, man." I'm like, "Nah, man, these are my people. Like,
Yeah.
it's good,
Yeah.
you know."
Yeah. I know there's
But
some crazy stuff that goes out there, because do you see the armored trucks? Those are the most armored trucks I've ever seen.
oh,
Their trucks
dude, no,
their
check this
armored
out.
trucks are
When we were
so
eating at the
armored.
5-star freaking hotels and everything, like we pull up and our armed guards come up and they're like, bam, they got the mirrors on thing. They walk in the car looking
Yeah.
for bombs. Like, look, when we went and talked, we were like going and we have meetings with the mayors of each little city and sit down with them. And 2 weeks prior to that, one of the mayors got assassinated. Like,
Yeah.
so it was like funky. Like
Yeah.
they were all on edge and shit.
Yeah.
But it was funny too, because at another place we were taking pictures they had this big old like love sign, like, like on the boardwalk, and we're all taking pictures in our clothes, and then the armed guards come up and like try to take our cameras. Hey, you guys can't take pictures here, blah blah blah. And we're like, no, yeah, we can. We're doing a show here. And they start laughing at us like, you doing a show here? Like, where at? We're like, we're right here in the little community center. And they start busting up like, who said who gave you the permission? And we're like,
that name out.
The mayor did.
Oh.
And they start laughing at us like, the mayor. Okay, what's the mayor's name then? And we're like, I don't know the mayor's name. And I go, pull out your phone, pull out your cell phone, because like we took pictures with the mayor, like we were shaking hands.
Yeah.
And he pulled out the picture. It was like, here, is the mayor right here? And because we were in their office, and then the guy's like, oh, yeah, that's good. It's good. He shows his homeboy, and then they're like, oh, okay, go ahead, take as many pictures you want. And then the dude's just walking with us with armed guard for the rest of the day, like
protecting, keeping you.
Yeah.
Personal bodyguard.
It was cool.
Yeah.
We did all kinds of cool shit, man. We got to go. Then we got to go to like a bunch of schools. I got to go to the schools and tell my story. And like that was always my dream to go do, go perform for these people and tell my story, and that's it.
Tell my story. What tell more of your story. I mean, that I don't know, or that you haven't said.
Oh, just telling. I mean, like the Nichelle, the lady that was taking us around, she's like, I don't know, just speak from the heart. And I'm like, okay, so I just went over there.
Because our relationship mainly was mixed martial arts, but of course, to you, mixed martial arts was a side thing. I mean, your story is music, really, right? I mean,
yeah,
or what, like what part of your story is like, have we not talked about like that's? I feel like a lot of the story we talk about now is it kind of my story with you, but that you have a whole lifetime before the MMA game. I kind
of just told them about like being where I'm from and like everything. Like I had parents, and like I'm from the good neighborhood, good everything. Got mom and dad in the American living in America is not always what it seems, like you can be perfectly set up and just make bad choices, and but basically that's what I chose to do. And I ended up in prison, and I was just like telling like I've always been a good person, I just made my money a different way, so but I've always been a good person. But anyways, I told him when I was in prison, I just prayed like, I got to figure this shit out. And God told me just to follow my passion, just whatever you're passionate about, so that's what I did. I went and got my GED in there. Right when I got out, I enrolled in college, business and music was my my major. did that, was doing the music thing, hooked up with these kids, bam, 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 did that in 1 year, then bam, I was right here telling my story to these kids and
did you have any
performing for them.
Did you have any kids come up to you afterwards? Did you get to talk one-on-one with somebody that you reached? Like,
oh, dude, I got to talk one-on-one with man.
Kids
we
that,
were
that like
they were running up to us like we were stars. Like it was crazy. It was cool, man. Like I had them, I had them going crazy out there. They were loving me.
I saw the video. I saw the videos of big old
sitting
crowd,
at the table with like rubbing elbows with top, the top doctor of Cebu, the motivational speaker of the motivational speakers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like and just engaging conversation, people that I wouldn't usually rub elbows with. And they were actually listening to what I had to say. So it was cool. It was tight. It was definitely an experience.
And that's are you connected with any of those people anymore, or if you were to come out here, would you do a circle? I mean, there's Southeast Asia is like it sucks that I told you about how like I don't want to leave the country because I'd be scared, but like luckily I already did. I've been to Laos, I've been to Cambodia, which is crazy stuff. I think everyone should see both Angkor Wat, that ancient history that they had, also the Khmer Rouge, which was a terrible genocide, 2 million people. People don't think about that, but is an important thing to learn. I've been to Malaysia. I've never been to Indonesia, but like there's a whole. It almost seems like if you're going to come out here, it was nice that you got to hit Thailand and Philippines. There's so much culture and Vietnam, of course. Here, Myanmar.
I want to go to Vietnam and walk across that damn bridge, that big old thing.
Glass.
That thing is sick. Oh my dude, I always see that on there. That's tight.
All those things. So like, so you do still have back to Philippines too. If you came out here, you do around and hit.
I gotta go visit Felipe's mom. They were building so when we were there, they just had started building they're building a resort, beach resort, like on 8 hectares. I said, what the hell is a hectare? He said, well, 7 acres, like 7-8 hectares or something like that. And I was like, oh damn, so that's 56 acres. They're on a lagoon. Like it said it was going to cost like $8 million US money to build.
That's actually, I mean, that's
so
nothing if you think about it. I mean,
they got them. Hey, his mom. We went to these waterfalls out there, and like it started raining or whatever, and it was like right off the highway. So like when we were going down in the bus, the rocks start sliding, and the damn bus almost slid into the highway, and we almost got hit. Felipe's mom was like, hey, who runs the barrio over here? And they're like, whatever. They said something. She was okay, well, you tell them, give me their phone number, and we got to put a sign up here. Don't worry, I'll pay for it. She's balling like, And then we met this other lady when we were staying at these one little things for the night on this other island, and I guess she befriended one of the people that run the little bed and breakfast or whatever, and she was talking with her, and she's like, oh, how you like it out here? And she's like, oh, it's cool. If anything, I miss my church. We don't have no church out here. And she's like, oh, she started talking to her. She's like, since you helped me out and you showed me around, you showed me that house and stuff, and I'm gonna tell my sister, you hooked my sister up with the I guess they do in a radio station or something for Holy Place, because they got a church too, and she was like, since you did that for me, we're gonna build a church for you. I was like, oh hell no, they on some bullshit. For real. You'll build a church? Hey, I never ate at no 5-star 5-star.
So
Yeah,
oh,
they had oh dude, the bomb food, like the
buffet.
buffets over there
Yeah.
were crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
Oh yeah. Nice.
It was definitely an experience. Got to swim with the whale sharks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In the ocean or in
the ocean.
Just yeah.
Yeah, in the ocean, in their own little. I mean,
Connected to the hotel.
They're not like real sharks.
Yeah. No, yeah, they're the whole. Yeah, of course. Yeah, but they're the. Yeah.
But they were still a big ass animal, you know.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was fun. I got to ride in Thailand. I was riding the freaking elephant bareback.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's like I did a bunch of cool shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the so one of the things I was kind of getting to is like, I mean, maybe it's because we're at this age, although it's always in the back of everybody's mind is mortality, right? We're all going to die, and we tend to avoid it sometimes. But what I've recognized for me, so I've got this theory, I want to run it by you and then kind of comment on it. I think it's actually good to envision the perfect death. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm trying to create my death. I want to, I don't want to ever have to go to the hospital. I want to just like kind of meditate in nature and just like leave this world, like actually be conscious of my body leaving, or I mean, my mind leaving my, I want to like consciously just let go and then, leave my body here. And so I'm kind of preparing for that. That's what I'm doing here is I want to create a peaceful place that I don't have to leave. I can just die right here. And then what's cool about it though, is it's like, that's cool. Some people are like, I don't care about how I die. Something like Brody Farber's on here. He's like, I want to get eaten by a bear or die in a knife fight or something. Like, I want to go out, I mean, but no matter, even if that's the case, we all maybe we have a different way we want to go, but still, as long as we have some sort of idea of how we want to go, it's easy to like align our lifestyle up with that. So our lifestyles may change based on how we want to die, but if we don't have a clear vision of like how we want to go, it's kind of hard to know how to live. So that's kind of my theory. So do you have any thoughts on how you want to die and if that aligns with how you live?
I could tell you that I've had that feeling of where I got seen the light and everything.
Okay.
Like, because when me and my brother when I severed my main artery.
Yeah.
And I almost bled out to death.
So that was, let's just tell a little bit about that. Because I was living with you at that time. You guys got in a fight and a ceramic jar like accidentally broke and fell on you or something, or was it?
No, my brother got into a fight, and then he like threw the ceramic bowl full, like a fastball, and I was like at the end of his throw, and it just busted my head open, and then but when it busted my head open, it broke in half, and then the sharp part came down on my thing and just severed my main artery.
So what? He did intentionally throw the ceramic bowl at you, but
yeah. But I mean, he
didn't grab a shard and try to cut your vein, obviously. So
no,
really not trying to.
He threw it, and it was just
shit
right there.
Yeah. Okay. So then,
but so like on the way to the hospital.
Where was I? I was still in Sacramento. I remember that happening, but I wasn't there. I wasn't living with you at that time. Was I?
I think you were in Thailand. I think. Oh, okay. Maybe.
No, I feel like I remember seeing you.
You remember with the cast on?
Yeah. I feel like.
Oh yeah, you. I think you was with Stacy at that time, huh?
Perhaps, yeah. Okay, perhaps I was living in North. Okay, I must have been in.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that was towards the end of. It was close to when. Okay, yeah. So anyway, so you you saw the light in that time.
Yeah, I mean, really, like, because I was bleeding out, so like I was consciously there, but I wasn't there. Like I was like like I seen the whole. It was very peaceful. Like I mean, like see myself going out, and I was ready to go. Like, but I think it's just because I was actually bleeding out. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
so it was like I was going to sleep. I was sleeping, and the light just was fading out, and I was like going down that hallway, and then that's when all of a sudden I don't know. I don't know if it's because they tied me off. Like when they tied me off, when
So
I
wait,
came
when
back
that happened,
to.
wait, go back a little bit, because so that happened in your room or something, and then
That, yeah, it happened at the house, and then so like I'm running around chasing my brother still, but my arm's leaking like a freaking like a sprinkler, just
yeah,
kicking blood,
yeah, yeah,
going everywhere, and I held it on my thing, and I'm like telling my brother get a towel or something, and so he grabs a towel, and then my mom comes down and she's like, "Oh, should I call the ambulance and everything?" And I'm like, "Nah, we ain't gonna wait. We gotta go now." You know, so we're right down the street from the hospital. So me, my dad, my brother jump in the van, and we're taking me to the hospital, and I'm just like talking hectic calm, and then right when we pull in the parking lot, I tell my brother like, "Hey guys, I can't see anymore," and that's when I blacked out. Blacked out. And my brother said my eyes rolled back in my head and my eyes just started fluttering. He thought it was going right there.
Yeah.
But and that's all I remember. Then I just remember it being hella peaceful, like like everything just shutting down too. And then like I was about, and like in my, I knew it was like I'm dying right now, you know. But it was a peaceful. I wasn't scared or nothing. It was just like it was cool. And then first, right, I thought about it, and like I thought about my brother, and then and I was like, oh, he's not gonna be okay with me going out like this. You know what I'm saying? And I thought about him, like, oh, then when I thought about him, like thinking about him like committing suicide or something because he
because
took
he'd
me
be
out.
responsible for it.
Yeah. And like right then I thought about that, and then I knew it was girls and everything, and then boom, I just like, nah, I ain't going out like that, you know. And then boom, like okay, I came to, and I'm going down the freaking hallway, and they were stapling my head up, like boom, I was getting stapled in the head, and like the doctor or whatever, they're like, oh, he's up, and they're pushing me to like surgery or whatever, and he's asking me if I was on pills or anything, or like if I take any medication or anything, and is it okay if they put me under anesthesia or whatever, you know, put me down. And I'm like, I thought surgery was over.
Yeah.
I looked at him. I looked at the doctors like, "Am I stable, doc? Am I stable?"
So you weren't out for that long, or I mean, at that time, that was like you went out, but you were still just getting rolled.
I mean, like I went out, like I was like, I mean, this happened in like so many seconds, you know. But I mean,
but it felt like
at that time, it felt like, you know, it was clear. Like you know, like when you say like if you when you get flash knocked out or something, and you come back,
knockout, right?
Yeah, you come back, and you know it's like what, you don't know what happened, but you know you don't know how long you were down, but you know so I was like came in, and but
they were stapling your head without anesthesia, or
oh yeah they stapled it back together. That's what they were stapling it because it was busted open. Yeah, but that was that. But
so that is close to death. So did that change your views on mortality? Yeah, just talking.
I mean,
on, or just if you kind of, it's peaceful at least, right? I mean, it's
well, like me, I got more close, my people that are closest to me. I got more people that are in the next life than this life, you know. So like I personally can't wait to go, you know, because I look forward to the day I get to see them again. I mean, but I ain't in no rush to die. I ain't like, you know, I mean, the way I figure is like this. I figure all the ones that gone before us, they just sacrificed their life just like Jesus Christ did, you know, for the greater of us all.
Yeah.
That because I refuse to believe that my people died for nothing, you know.
Yeah.
So that it takes the edge off dying, I guess.
Yeah.
You know,
So there's no edge off. I mean, so there's no, you have no death anxiety, but do you have an ideal? Like, how do you want to go? Do you know, or you're just whatever? Or
I want to go out. I want to go out. I always wonder how I would do, like in like in the movies when everything's on the line, like
okay,
like
a martyr or something. You want to go out saving baby from a
I want to
fire.
sacrifice my life. I won't hesitate to do it if
Yeah.
it's that's how I want to go out.
Yeah,
doing something that I wouldn't hesitate. I wouldn't hesitate to be like, oh, is it my life or theirs, or whatever. If I'm going hit, I'm diving in, like that's I'd saved some girl from drowning over there on the American River. You remember where we used to go all the time?
American River. Yeah.
Right there at the clay banks. Remember when we were
there.
trying to throw them bros in?
Yeah.
This girl, this Filipino girl, she it was one of those days where there's so many people out on the river,
Yeah.
It was hectic, and I'm telling this little group, they were like diving in right there, where it goes down, and then it geddies right there, and like if you float out too much, it'll just take you. And I was telling them like, hey guys, be careful right there. Don't stay to the left. Don't go too much to the right. And the girl didn't listen. She jumped in with her friends. She got the GoPro with her hand, almost recorded her own death. She's like, and she drifted off too much to the right. Next thing you know, boom, the current took her down, and like she went this way and her friends went that way. And by the time she realized where she was just getting sucked down in the boil.
Yeah.
And I was yelling at her friend. I'm like, she turned around and her other friends, and I was like, hey, your friend's going down. Like, and she turned around and she went to go save her. And then she was like, she had her and she was like trying to get back, but the girls was like hella panicking. So she's like pulling her under too, and I just told her, I said, hey, just bring her as far as you can towards me, and then just push her by her butt as hard as you can. And that she did it, and she pushed her butt, and then I just jumped in and I went and got her. Bam! I went and swam and got her. But then when I got her, I was telling her other group of friends like, hey, I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna get her as far as I could get her. It took us like 3 or 4 people, but we saved her life, dude. She never. And each time, like someone else grabbed her, she was going under the water, like she was going to drown.
Has you sucked any water in? I mean, like
she sucked CPR a bunch of water in. She was just like she was sucking water. She was going down like. By the time someone else had to grab her, they have to go underwater and grab her. Fuller.
I mean, someone did CPR when they got her to the thing, or she was unconscious?
No, she was still kind of. She didn't have to do CPR, but like she knew she almost drowned. She was crying, bawling.
Did you lose her GoPro?
She lost her GoPro, but they would have found that. Man,
whoever found that might think she died. Yeah,
she almost recorded her own death.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Unfortunately, nowadays with, I mean, we all want to record and post the most extreme things we can do. I bet there's a lot of deaths that have been recorded. Because of just social media wanting to get that best footage. People are more willing to do extreme things because we can record it and post it and show it. And what you looking at?
None.
Looking for mice.
No, I got my little surveillance over there, so I was like seeing something moving around on there.
Oh shit! Okay. we know what's going on. Somebody's creeping in the bushes. Wait, is there people? You got people on your property wandering?
No, I'm not. I'm over here at my at my house over here in Winchester Bay. So this like there's people everywhere around here. It's like right on Salmon Harbor. So I live on Beach Boulevard.
And there's a
like right. I could throw a rock into the water from my house.
That's nice. That's crazy.
Into the marina.
It's crazy. And you got neighbors that you're not way out, like your parents are way out in the wilderness, but you're like in an area with people
nonstop tourists
and coming in and out, going to
Yeah. My parents, they're in the last house on the dirt road and shit.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh yeah. So
like, we got bears, cougars, all that shit up there.
Oh yeah. You come out with one. You come face to face with any animals? Crazy?
A bear, big bear, a black bear. Yeah.
What'd you do? Punch it in the face?
No. I just heard a bunch of like ruckus. Like I'm like, man, what the hell's that noise? And I go down, look down the driveway, and I know all the stuff that's supposed to be there and what's not supposed to be there, and I just see this big old black shadow like just got his head in the bucket throwing him with garbage out.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh shoot, and I freaking took my light and I kind of walked up on him and flashed the light, and then he took his head out the bucket and did like a little head roll and got up like that and turned around and just booked it. But yeah, we see him all the time. Like I seen him, my girl seen him, went face to face with him, and then we caught him on our little trail cam.
Yeah,
that fool he grabbed the trail cam, tore the trail cam down, and was chewing on it. Yeah, then all you see is the camera get all fogged up, and then he wipes it with his palm, and it's clear again.
Wow. Yeah. Oh yeah. And you ended up so you got that footage.
Yeah.
Nice.
We got that footage.
Recover it.
We got footage of a little baby cub too. So
that's more dangerous. Yeah. Seeing the cub, that's what's dangerous. If you see cub, you're much more danger than if you just see the bear. Yeah. Because they're going to protect their cub. They're going to be more violent. I mean, more,
aggressive.
Yeah, aggressive.
But we got the big guns out there too.
Yeah. Are you a hunter? I've never known you to be a hunter. I know you're a fisher. Do you do hunting too? Or?
No, I haven't hunted anything to eat it. No, not yet.
No. Yeah.
I mean, with my girl, she's anti-animal. She's an animal lover too, so she's like, she's not feeling any kind of. She's barely getting over the killing fish.
Yeah.
she's
she'd like you here. But, I hope she comes out here with you out here too.
Oh yeah.
Love it off the land. Veggies. We haven't really hit up the veggies. Like I've mainly just been planting all the fruit trees because those things take like 7-8 years to start fruiting because I seeds. So that's my focus now. But we just started growing the rice, growing the veggies because that's more like actually more work to grow garden because it's like a one time. It doesn't sustain itself. You got to continue putting work. And then my son just kind of got to the age where he's kind of wants to do what we do, so we can actually go out there and get involved.
That's tight.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so he's learning. Yeah, it's fun. Like he when we planted the rice, like we had to clear a mud patch, and then we're like digging, cutting all the weeds out and stuff, and then he's just like, maybe there's a treasure under here. Let's dig. Let's find.
That's treasure.
Because it's hella cute and hella like. I'm like, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Go ahead, dig it out. Dig it out. Yeah, keep digging. See what you can find. And then, it's hella fun. So, shit, all Nick's daughters must be hella big now. I know one of them got married.
None of them got married, but Lena, she's had 2 babies. The first one was stillborn,
Oh,
so yeah. But then she had a girl right after that too. So my parents are great grandparents.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah. And then so that's cool. they're all doing good. They're doing well.
They're in California, or they're
they're in Sac.
Nobody.
They're in Sacramento. They got their own little apartment.
Yeah,
they're all doing good.
Oh yeah, nice,
real good.
Yeah, that's that next. Yeah, my mom's not even she's only grandparents. She's got a lot of grandkids. None of them have had any kids yet, so they're not even. Well, my dad's daughter, but I mean, yeah, it's not even great grandparent. That's crazy. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, they got one, so
yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, keep it up. Especially that I mean Filipinos are known for just having big ass families. I mean,
yeah.
My brother lives in the Philippines, right? He's got a daughter, and then he's building some houses out in like, I think Bacolod. It's like Negros Islands. It's down there. It's another island, Cabancalan. That's what it is. Cabancalan is but that might be the city. I mean, it's near Cebu. It's one of those islands. And then he's building a place, but he only has one daughter. Half Filipino. And then he's not married, but he's got his his daughter, his baby's mama's family, cousins, niece. I mean, he's building a house. They had another. They're just like big ass families. It's hard. The generations are. It's hard to even know what generation they are because you'll be like, you've got sisters and brothers, but they might be 10 to 15 years apart, and then they're each having kids starting from 20 to 40, and then so their kid. So you've got cousins that are now spaced apart, and they call hard to know, are you my first cousin, you're my second cousin, my third cousin, and you just kind of call it's either brother, sister, or uncle, aunt, based on like once you get to a certain point, if you're like 12, 13 years older, okay, now you become an uncle, but really your cousins or second cousin. It's crazy. I mean, I like that. That's kind of crazy. I'd love to turn of course I've only got one son, but so I need some more kids. Have turn my land into just this like community of all these different. I need some workers, basically. I need some workers working on my land.
Hey, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So, or you have them get some friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Start putting the homeboys to work, put the homies to work.
Exactly. Yeah. So who knows? I mean, I mean, in the future that could easily be. Who knows? But of course, I don't want to put any pressure on him because a lot of the times, what happens is you're the opposite of what you're raised. So there's a good chance my son is going to be like, he's born in the jungle, he's living, and he's going to want to go to Bangkok and be in the city, something. So I'll let it. I mean, I support whatever he wants to do. But
no, not really. Only if you push it on him like that. When you push it on them and like make them do it, that's when they're gonna just. Exactly. But if you let them just actually love it for what it is, then he'll love it. Like me and fishing. Like my dad used to always take me fishing nonstop every day. We'd go fishing every morning to where I hated fishing. Like I was like I couldn't stand it anymore. But then when finally I went out fishing by myself, took myself and then I realized how much I loved it,
Sometimes it takes that full circle. So he might have to go to come appreciate it. I actually want him to go out, do stuff on his own, but I hope, especially like maybe when I'm old, he'll come back, help, do stuff that maybe, I'll be old. I want to maintain my land in a way that it's easy. I'm trying to do all the hard work here, build walkways where I have to wheelbarrow big things of rocks, plant trees. Hopefully in the future, it's easy to maintain, I can be in my old age and maintain, but it'd still be nice probably to have some young workers that can do some of the hard stuff. Who knows how that'll pan out? There's no way to know. We're just living it. So
shoot. That's tight though. That's tight, man. Like I see all the those little rocks you got delivered and all the little pathways you were doing, the little fence you built.
Yeah.
That's just tight.
Yeah, no, it's so fun. That's the big one is the rock walkways are just going to get, I keep putting rocks on top of rocks because they sink down, but they get better each year. It gets a little thicker. The weeds don't grow as thick, like, because the weeds will grow in the rocks, but then I put another layer of rock, pull the weeds out, put more rocks, and it's getting thicker to the point where the rocks keep sinking down. Now you've got like these Roman rock roads where they're just rocks on top of rocks.
Yeah, it's part of the land now, the landscape.
Yeah,
and that's tight.
That's the feeling I want to have is that, like, where it's like rustic. Yeah, I don't like building like cement walkways or something, because then it'd be easy, it'd be convenient, but in the long run, when it rains and shit, because it doesn't seep in, the rocks, the water will still make it in. It feels more natural, and there will still be some roots that grow through the rockways, so it'll be like there'll still be some weeds, some grasses will pop up, so you kind of got to maintain it, but yeah, it has this feel of just like I'm walking through the
I want to build some freaking cob structures.
Yeah, out of like hay, sand, and clay. That's what I want to do here.
Yeah,
sure. You want to do it out here, or you want to do it on your land, or you're saying you want to?
I want to do it on my land. I want to do them everywhere, but I just want to do something. Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, I've
been looking into that.
Yeah,
shit, they got in Oakland. They got their whole like the homeless community.
Yeah,
they all built out of cob.
That's what I'm practicing right now, building these walls kind of on the side of my land. That kind of I'm doing that. I'm basically, because I'm chopping down these old orchard trees now, that because I've been planting all these other trees that are getting tall. So the old trees that were here that were planted as an orchard, they're all in rows. I don't really like them, so I'm cutting those, and then I'm using those branches kind of first to build a wall, and then I'm just putting clay, and every time I cut weeds, I kind of mix it in there, so it's kind of like a cob.
Yeah. But that's what it is.
Step by step, like
yeah.
I stuff the clay and the hay inside the cracks, and then vines grow over it, and then I cut the vines so the vines die, so that's kind of turned into hay, and then I'll put like sand, dirt on top, and it's slowly I'm getting
making its own thing.
Mounds.
Yeah,
I'll be able to grow. I'll even be able to grow vegetables and shit on the walls, probably.
Oh yeah.
And then sick. I want to make like I want to make some, but so eventually, I do. Once I kind of get the style right, then I'll turn those into like some cob homes or something. I want to do it like dome. I want to do the dome. The dome's hard because like I'm worried about like, is it gonna
caving in?
But yeah, definitely
That's sick. That's tight though, because it's all fun. I mean, there's no wrong way to do it.
If it collapses, I've actually done some things when I first came here. I built some like bamboo structures that they stayed up for like 4 years, just out of bamboo. Just stuck bamboo in the ground, like 4 poles and then rope, and I tied those ropes to other bamboo, and then I put all this like this grass thatched roof on top.
Oh, that's tight.
Cool.
Like
it was cool for like 4 years, but then eventually it just collapsed because but whatever. Yeah, then I just cut it up and I put it on my wall. It's all, that's what's cool about using material. That's why I don't like using plastic and metal and cement, because those are such good materials to use for. But if once it's garbage, then it's like now you've got shit that's never going to decay. It's like so by using natural material, it's okay when it collapses. You can kind of change it and then learn from it. And then but the thing that's good about the cob and using the dirt and the clay is that can actually be long lasting if you do it right.
Yeah, and it's fire retardant.
Fire. Good insulation. Like cool perfect. In the summer, kind of can keep warm. In the winter, it's perfect. It's the way,
it's the way to go.
Nature gave us.
From a long time ago, you said you wanted to build your house out of clay.
Yeah.
You wanted to move to the mountains and build a house out of clay.
Oh yeah. And I right now I've got the house I live in is like brick, but I had other people build it, and so it's still,
Yeah.
I gotta figure out how to build my own. That is gonna be my next project for sure. It's gonna be, I'm gonna build something for my son, just kind of like a little house, a little play house. But then once I get that technique down, then I'm gonna make like houses. Or that's another thing when people come out here.
No, he might go and run with it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like get into it and just start building all kinds of cool shit.
Oh yeah. That's what I think.
That'd be fun.
He'll be the new. He'll learn new. Who knows? He'll be. I'm going to give him access to different things as well, not the nature, and then also the technological aspect, like computer programming and all this. He might be able to write a program for a 3D printer to make home out of clay. Combine nature and technology. I'm not giving up on technology where it has its purpose to, or where it has its advantages to, just like you can like program something and then set something up, and then just like I'm visualizing like a 3D printer, but where you on one end and it's connected to this machine, you put in clay, sand, and hay on the side, and then on the other side it's like spitting it out or something.
Hey man, them 3D printers are crazy, huh?
Yeah,
you can 3D print a house.
Yeah,
you got them.
It's already
printing houses, printing buildings.
Yeah, and
that shit's crazy.
Yeah, I want to combine the cob. I haven't seen that yet. Right now, the 3D printing is basically with cement, but why not 3D print cob? You know what I mean? Like it could be done.
Yeah, that would be sick.
I mean,
all you're doing is lacing it.
Yeah. If
you tight.
Yeah, you just set it up. So that's that.
Add water and fucking it's a wrap.
Yeah, that's how we do.
Yeah, that's tight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to get into that. I've been freaking getting into wood too.
Wood work, because I've seen the decks. Yeah, that's one thing. Like
woodwork and just the trees itself, just the wood.
Like what? Cutting down trees and doing something from that, or buying lumber.
Yeah. The red cedar trees or maple trees.
What like all carving? What do you mean? What do you?
I'm cutting them down with the chainsaw.
Cutting down the chainsaw. But now you have a big trunk. What you're doing with that?
And then I'm using the old Alaskan chainsaw mill, where it's like it connects to the chainsaw. Then I could cut fucking big ass slabs.
And what are you doing with those? Like
making tables, making fucking cool shit, coffee tables.
Nice.
And then I'm getting into the I want to get into the resin, the epoxy resin.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
that shit's
weatherproof and stuff.
Well, no, it's like they're doing the epoxy resin in the wood, and they're like making these they're calling them like river tables, where it's like shit's hella sick.
So I mean,
it's a new thing.
You go outside. I mean, it would be rain isn't gonna make it old. Is that the resin would like protect it, like seal it? So
they're doing it like remember how granite countertops and shit hit the thing and took over for like tile shit.
Okay. Oh, so it's basically it's more of an indoor furniture, not for outdoor. Okay.
Yeah. Well, they have it outdoor too, but like
I mean, it would be weatherproof, like from rain and stuff. If the resin would prevent it from getting, or it would be bad. I mean,
they're selling like kitchen tables and stuff for like 20 G's.
Okay.
15 G's, like big bread, like sick, but they're like big pieces of wood.
Yeah.
And then under the fiberglass or epoxy resin.
Okay.
It's tight. Nice. It's hella sick. So that's like the new thing in homes right now. Yeah. Like the expensive shit.
Yeah.
So
you want to do it. You want to actually make it like
I do. But
you're producing it right now? Like working on it. I mean,
I've got all the material and everything. I haven't put it the epoxy resin to
you've actually made it. You've actually like made. I mean, you like made tables and shit though already.
I've got a bench. Yeah, I've made benches and tables and shit.
I mean, is the epoxy part difficult? Or it's just expensive.
It's expensive.
Yeah, because Jake Edwards, my homie from I'm tall dude, maybe from I think you've met him before, maybe some event, but he wrestled with me in high school, wrestled with me at Sierra College, and then he's an art teacher he's teaching art out in like Brentwood in the Bay Area, and he does he does epoxy, but he says it's hell of expensive. Like he uses it. It's not epoxy resin, but I know it's hell of expensive. Like he sells benches, but he's more of like clay work. He does clay and steel and stuff. But yeah, he uses epoxy. It's like, but I know it's hell of expensive. Like small bottles are really expensive. So
yeah. This shit costs hella bread. So like, kind of don't want to put, but then I gotta mess with it. You know, you gotta.
You don't want to waste it on You don't want to waste it on no janky bench though. Let's see your bench. Where's your bench at?
Oh, dude. Oh, man. It's not here, but it's clean. No, it's clean.
It's worth it? Would it be worth epoxying it up?
Yeah. Heck yeah. It's red cedar too.
You use
like
screws? How do you just put screws in it, or how do you how do you put the legs on? I
did like the hardware fasteners.
Okay.
Like a metal for hardware fasteners, like freaking connects here and makes it. So, yeah, because I did other with the dowels and that shit wasn't.
Yeah.
You got to be able to take it apart because that wood's heavy.
Yeah,
that shit's hella heavy. You gotta like, or else it'd just be like a solid table, just.
Big old
hella heavy.
Just carve a big old.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm getting into that. It's some cool shit.
Yeah.
I got into it for a second and started getting all this stuff, and then I got off into something else and forgot all about it. But you know how we my interests go.
Yeah.
But I got all this stuff.
You go all in when you go all in on something though. When you do it, like when you fix up your room and shit, it would be like you go all out.
I was telling my girl about that shit when we were decorating the rooms and we got all into it, and I was like started like decorating the pictures to go in with the then next thing you know it looked like a safari.
Yeah. Got that wood floors, everything, and then
that shit was tight though.
Oh yeah. So that when your dad sold that house and he used that money to invest up in Oregon because Oregon's cheaper real estate, right?
The Blue Moon, they took the
Blue Moon first.
And then took an L on that though.
Yeah,
but
what does that mean?
A loss.
Blue Moon ended up being a loss. Okay.
Yeah.
That was a loss. Why? There's some issues with that, right? There was some like
my sister
or something, or what happened?
She started gambling.
Oh.
Yeah, gambling.
Wait, who started gambling?
My sister.
Oh, she gambled she gambled it away, or just got
pretty much.
She didn't actually like gamble the lease. She didn't put like the lease the papers on the.
Oh no, she started gambling with the Oregon money, Oregon lottery money.
Oh, wait, how does that work? Oregon lottery money.
So like in the Oregon lottery, like so they Oregon lottery, like you could have machines in your restaurant or your store.
Yeah,
and then like you get a percentage, but like you have to clear out the machines. You do the tilt, you do the payouts,
and then you got it.
But she just started taking all the money out and playing it.
Oh shit! Okay.
And then all the money, and just ended up having foreclosed the freaking.
I didn't even realize it. Wait, how is your sister doing right now?
She's doing cool now.
She's in Oregon.
Yeah. She was. Yeah, she got her. My mom helped her get a place, so she's paying the mortgage over there. She got her own spot.
She's still hot. I mean, she's got to be like 50 years old now.
That's my sister. I don't know. She's kind of gray. Kind of gray. Okay. She got gray hair now.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess
you guys don't age though. I mean, she looks just like you with long hair. No homo though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
No, she's in Oregon. She's got her own place doing close to you.
Yeah.
How far from you?
She's 25 minutes, 30 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, she got a girlfriend and everything.
Yeah. So who's taking over the? I mean, you're who's
I'm taking over
You're taking over
the River House.
Yeah, you're taking over. Yeah,
Yeah, that's me.
because you're working on it, basically. You're putting all the work.
Yeah, I'm there every day.
Yeah.
Like nonstop.
And all right.
For sure.
Yeah. So I'm getting your. Yeah, so I've got some of the videos from your dad. What's the biggest project? I mean, the deck is finished, or you're still building. I mean,
we have hella decks.
I mean, your house
so many decks.
Crazy. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's crazy. I actually can't visualize it. I just see clips, and I can't conceptualize it. But then I just keep thinking about your house that I lived at, in Sac. And that house is kind of crazy too. Like it's just like built on.
Yeah, my dad.
So I'm visualizing something like that.
Crazy. He was going deck crazy.
So it's like on different. There's different levels, like where you can actually go from one deck to another deck, kind of like.
Yeah, we got hella decks, like true, man. But they're all. Don't get me wrong. They're all nice. I mean, like it's the first deck that he built was like pointless and stupid and like, but all the ones after that we built are all nice and they're all being used. It's cool. It's gonna be, and then the one that we're working on right now, he's it's on the edge of the mountain, so like there's the deck that overlooks, and then it drops down, and then it goes out more, and then that's where the hot tub's gonna go.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Nice.
So he's doing it over there.
Yeah. No, that's
the deck
crazy
around
too.
the tiny home.
No, it looks so sick. Yeah, it looks so sick.
Well, the pond though is pretty much one of the big projects that we're doing.
Yeah. Oh, you're working on that now?
Yeah. Well, me and Holly.
What stage are you at right now? Like
landscaping it right now.
So you dug the hole, you cemented it up,
I dug it and filled it up with water already. Is
you use cement or?
No, we used so it was a spring-fed creek, like during the rainy season it fills up, and then there's like a what you want to call it? What do they call it? Those things in the ground.
Well, like natural water, or I mean.
No, that go to the river, a culvert.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like over all the water from the mountain comes down, goes in there, and it fills it up. But so at first we were just pumping water from the river into it.
Yeah.
And it would keep it full,
And it slowly leaks though, or it slowly drains?
Yeah. It was slowly leaking. So after that, I said, forget this. I want it deeper. So I dug it hella deep, dug the hole. It's like 40, 50 feet long. And then like maybe 10 feet wide.
Okay.
And,
that's
and about 5 feet, 6 feet deep.
Okay.
And
you dug that by hand. I mean, it was already that, but
it was already there, but then I dug the rest out.
Yeah.
By myself.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I know how you work. Yeah, I know how you work. If that's what you're doing, you're gonna do it.
Yeah. And then we put these tarps down, like layered it 3 times, and now it holds water the whole time.
Yeah, that's
sick. We got a waterfall at the end. I mean, I'm sure at some point it's gonna dry out that tarp.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, you gotta. The tarp could
put pond liner in it, but right now it's holding up.
Yeah. And you got fish in there? Put fish in there?
Oh yeah. Dude, we had 20 trophy trout in there at first.
Oh, you catch them in the river and then throw them in there?
Yeah, we were catching them at the lake and then throwing them in, and they got big. And then
but those kind of fish don't like ponds, right? I mean, will they die in a pond? They need river
or they will die in pond, but we're like, it's connected to the river, so
they can get out.
But it got hot though. It was summertime, so trout, they don't like hot water.
Yeah.
So they They died. And then we had striper in there, big ones, like 12 pounders, like freaking 10 pounders. We had about 6 of them in there. And then the pump went out. And so we transferred them into a doughboy pool, swimming pool.
Yeah.
And the water was stagnant. I mean, we had a pump that was like recycling the water, but it got hot quick and cooked them.
You eat them?
Yeah, they were like, man, we left for 3 hours and came back and like, we're like, where's the fish? And then my cousin's like, oh look, one died. And he's like, oh fuck, they all did.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, shit's fucked up.
Yeah.
But that's why I dug it hella deep. And I was like, man, I'm gonna dig it deep and get it to where I want it. You know, now we got bass. We got a bunch of largemouth bass and perch and shit in there. Bluegill.
But it seems like all those fish are like, they like to like swim far. I got a little pond with I put catfish, and they can handle it. Or they're like,
oh yeah,
beasts.
Catfish are resilient.
Yeah. I got this one pond. That's what I did. I when I was taking out some trees, I had this tractor, and they're like and they finished all the jobs I had them to do.
Oh damn, that's cool. You got to use it.
Yeah. Well, no. They use it. You buy. You pay for that. Actually, it's crazy. It's like for it's only like $100 for, and you get a tractor and the operator. They do it. So you know what I mean.
And tell what to do.
Yeah. He says, "What do you want?" He did everything I needed, and he still had time. He's like, "You want anything more?" And I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, dig a hole." You know, I didn't even know what for. I was like, "Yeah, just do a big hole." I had like an hour left. I was like, "Just dig a big hole." So he dug a big hole. We only have a little bit of clay, like a couple feet, and then it's sand. So he's already at the sand, just digging it out.
That's right.
And then I was like, okay, now what am I going to do with this hole? I was just like, I just figured I might as well take advantage of having this tractor to scoop stuff out. And then so I made I wanted to make a pond, but because it's sand, the water will go down really quick. So I'd put sandbags with like that material that's kind of like tarp.
Yeah, just to stop it.
Yeah. So I sandbagged the whole thing, and then I filled it up with water, but it actually still does leak a little bit, but I've got a pump. So I fill the water up, and then I went to the market and I bought some catfish, and I threw some catfish in there. I actually threw a whole bunch of catfish, guppies, goldfish. And then the only thing that lived were the catfish. Everything died except catfish were like, I still got them in there now. I'll throw in some like food, some like carp food every once in a while, but I don't know what they eat, but they stay alive.
Yeah.
Flies and snails or whatever crawl in there, frogs, tadpoles. But those guys, those catfish are they don't die. They're hardy.
Yeah, those things are sick. Are they big ones? Or?
They're big. They're huge.
Oh shit! That's
they got big ass mouths. Yeah.
That's hella sick.
Yeah.
That's tight. Monsters, we have catfish out over here too, but they don't get big.
No.
Yeah. They're not like, I don't know. They're different kind of species catfish. They're hella small. Oh, they're short and fat.
Yeah. These ones I bought them from the market. They were small when I bought them, and like people buy them to eat, but I just threw them in here. Yeah, and they got huge. Yeah, they're huge. I don't know if they're from the river or what, but
that's tight.
That's but I definitely want it. But that pond, that was like the first thing I did. That pond is like, so and that's another thing. It's stagnant, and they live. I just every like maybe once a week I fill it up with the well water, just fill it up to the top, and then it slowly goes down and then fill it back up. And so it's just well water, which is actually really strong. It's got a lot of calcium, a lot of minerals in it, but they're able to live through that. They're able to live through the stagnant, and it's kind of crazy. But I want to build it. Yeah, I want to build a better pond with a waterfall and put in
that's what I got. I got a tight ass waterfall fish at the end of it.
That's what I want to do. So you're in the middle of that right now, or you actually?
I got the waterfall and everything.
The waterfall's running. Oh, nice.
We're doing the landscape, like she's planting plants and shit in there.
Oh, nice.
Too. Nice. So it's like looks nice, and then from what it was, man, we put a lot of work in there.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, we got all kinds of cool shit on the property going on.
How what kind of pump is it? Do you have any solar power for that, or you're connected to grid? Or
oh no, I got it connected to. So I got one of the pumps that is connected to the river, like off of that. It's a big pump. Like I use it to fill it up.
Oh, you're pumping from the river, and river water in there.
Yeah, I gotta prime it. Like it's that big of a pump where I gotta prime it. Like it shoots out of a freaking like a fire hose.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah.
It fills
legal, technically. I mean, you're allowed to take river water? I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We got water rights.
Okay, cool. That's nice.
So like if I had a farm or anything, I could water with the river water.
Yeah.
Because I got river rights. Like even if we were growing weed or something, I could do that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of cool. But but I don't use that pump because it draws so much power. It's like a big ass pump. I just use it to fill it up, and then I got another pump in there that I will pump from the pond to the waterfall.
Okay.
And just keep it going.
Yeah.
Because the big one is just too much. It's like
fire. Okay.
I mean, the water's like it fills that shit up quick though.
Hell yeah, I bet. Yeah, I've got I've got 3 wells that and one of my pump. I mean, I can get a stronger pump. I mean, I've got like unlimited water beneath the ground. One of my pumps are pretty strong. Yeah, it's like a fire hose, but I have it hooked up to three different pipes, and each pipe is hooked up to a smaller hose. So when I turn it on, I've got 3 like big hoses, and they're all pretty strong. If I did one hose, yeah, it's too powerful. It's like I don't even want to. Yeah. So I'm able to like flood. I do that in that dry season, so I'm able to keep my land wet in the dry season. But most of the right now we're in the rainy season. Most of the time I don't.
How much water does your well hold?
It's never ran out. It's like I mean it's just well like it's like well. It's not like a well like it. The water.
It's just water soaking in the ground, huh?
Yeah. It's deep. So they dug it. Like I paid some people out there. It was funny. They're hella old, and they came out here. In fact, one of the guys already died, but like and now they just put in like some new. Because I heard in America it'd be like several $1,000s or something to build a well.
Oh yeah.
You need all these permits, and in some areas it's actually illegal because you maybe if you're too close to a city or something. So. And it's maybe starting to get like that out here, but we did it before but if you have a well, you're allowed to have it. So we built these wells with, just this 3-man team, 3 old dudes that they do it with all just like, they do it by hand, but they've got these drilling like deep, and they've got this water. I mean, it went down,
That's tight.
Like 10, 18 meters, so that 30, 40, 50 feet or something.
Damn.
They have to get through the rock. So they go, like I said, I'm close to the river. We've got a little bit of clay, and then we just got a lot of sand. So it's real easy to get through the sand. They got to get all the way through the sand, and then they got to get through that. There's a layer of rock.
That clay, that hard clay rock.
And once they break that rock, then they have access. Then I put the big PVC pipe all the way down to connect to the to that well. So that's the well is below that rock. So it's unlimited, really. Yeah. It's just, it doesn't.
Yeah, that's tight.
That water's
hella clean.
Hell yeah. And I got 3 of those now. I've got 3 in different locations on my land. So I can easily access that water. It's easy. I can flood out any area that I want to.
That's tight.
On 3 different wells, and each well water I've got these big hoses connected to. So I just got to run around, move the hose. I can cover all my land. Yeah. So
that's tight.
And then eventually that my big project will be somehow I want to be able to, now that water, you can drink that water. There's no like bacteria in it because it's beneath the earth, but it's a lot of minerals. And if you only drink that water, you'd end up with like kidney stones or something. I've heard about some.
Oh, really?
Some old people.
Don't you boil it out or something?
Yeah. That's what I want to do is like create some system where I'm generating my own like water filtering system, 18 years from now, yeah, I plan, I'm going to have some system. I'm not sure how it's working. So I like talking to other people, seeing what they're doing with like solar. I don't have solar yet. I want to implement some sort of system where, yeah, I'm able to just get that water from underneath the ground, bring it up, filter it, you know, and yeah, if I boil it, but boil it without, I'm trying to create a system that I don't need electricity. So, you know, I mean, right now I could do it if I had to. It would just be, you know, a lot of work. But like I said, I've actually got a hand pump on one. So I actually have 4 wells. One is the old well that was originally, or like an old well, but I'm able to do it. It takes a long ass time. I gotta like seal it, because if there's just a little bit of an air crack, I'm not gonna be able to pump it up, because it's got to pump up like 18 meters or something. And it's like, but if I seal it off with this clay, I'm able to like
it'll just come just right there, but not all the way.
Yeah. But I'm able to do it. It just takes some work. I've done it a couple times just to make sure if I can, because I'm a prepper. So that's just in case if there's a whatever pandemic, war.
You be doomsday prepping?
Yeah, I'm a prep. I consider myself a prepper just in case. I like doomsday prep.
Do you got a bunch of seeds
who knows?
on deck?
Zombie apocalypse, or you know, nuclear war, or fucking you know,
you got a bunch of survival seeds? You got survival seeds on deck?
Yeah, and eventually, once my veggies grow, we'll leave some. You know, like they'll be, you know, from every batch, some of those are some of the vegetables I harvest. Some of them set aside. Those are my seeds. So
yeah, those are your freaking originals.
Yeah,
what do they call those? What's the word for that?
There is a word. I don't know. But yeah. So so the
hey man, I'm surprised, bro. No, usually on top of that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no. The other one are shrooms, like mushrooms, not psychedelic, although I'm not against that. But I want to grow the mushrooms. I've grown them here before, but I've bought them ready made. They come in these like plastic bags, and they're already like this in this like rice, and then the mushrooms just like pop out. But mushrooms are nice because they just, if you, I just want to get a system where I can just
they'll be there.
The spore,
you know, big out here,
and I have a
mushroom pick out here.
Oh yeah, oh see, those are nice too.
There's money out there in mushrooms, and they like, and all they'll do is they find them, and they'll do a pin drop on the Google, and then come back, and they'll be there the next year.
Oh yeah. What kind of mushrooms are those? Those are not like the
I don't know
those expensive ones, right? Like yeah. Some of those
lobsters or whatever. I don't know what they're called.
I heard about some. There's all.
Dude was telling me yesterday about them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and those are
I was like, man, I was looking at that because he's saying that we probably got a bunch up on the property. And I remember going when we were walking up there, seeing a bunch of mushrooms.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Whatever, you see some money or wherever, something edible, whatever, like we could use it somehow. I'm taking it down. I'm trying to live off the land, bro.
Yeah. It's hard. It's like I said, I've got that phrase, buying your way out of the system. It's like, you know, it takes money, it takes time, it takes effort, and in order to put time and effort into it, that means you're not working, making money. So you know, you kind of gotta balance that's our goal, but it's like it ain't easy. It ain't easy to live off the land. You got to do a transition. Unless you had a big old chunk of money, you might be able to just say, okay, I'm doing it. You know, some people, that's one way they could do it, is work all their life and save up money and then bam, do it. But then you're in the trouble. Then you don't know how to do it. You'll waste your money because you'll buy the wrong thing, you know. So
you gotta do it. You got. That's what I kept telling my pops, because he blew a bunch of money in like bringing these trees down, and I'm like, man, why are you gonna spend $250 on a bunch of trees? We don't even know if they're gonna be able to grow there. You know, buy one and like leave it there and see if it's even able to grow there first for the first year or something. You know, because instead of just taking a loss of all the trees dying.
Exactly that. Yeah. That's why I try to have a realistic plan, you know, and from now it's 18 years. Basically when I'm 60 years old, 2040. So it's a good number. That's when my gatherings are starting. 2040. That's I'm by putting that date out far enough, it's realistic. Like to just come out here and say, I'm going to live off the land. It's not realistic because I don't know shit, you know, I mean, about living off the land. You know what I mean? I mean, but but you can't really, you can only do so much research. You got to do it. You know what I mean? Like I read books about building cob houses, but I still haven't done it because it's like, you got to do it to learn. I know I'm going to make mistakes. Even I read it and do all these things. Same thing with farming and everything. It's all about
everything comes with repetition.
Yeah. So
sure.
And then by the time you come out here, you're gonna have learned some things. You're gonna come out here and be like, nah, why are you doing it like this? And then school me on some things, but that's cool. That's we can trade knowledge, and I'm sure there'll be some things like, oh shit, this is sick. You're doing it like this. How did? And that, we can trade. We can share living off the land knowledge and grow off that. You're getting antsy. What you doing? You got to go to the bathroom or something?
Nah. I'm getting hungry.
Okay,
make some meat.
Well, I mean, we've been doing it. It's already been 3 hours. I mean, you want to go, or I mean,
yeah. We can catch up.
We'll catch up again. I mean, we covered a lot. The first one, my first podcast, is kind of like a introduction of like how we know each other, our story. So we kind of went over a lot of that, and then in the future they'll probably be shorter. But I want to do my rounds and continue having these conversations, and you know, we did it. So thanks for meeting up and doing this with me.
Oh man,
my pleasure, bro. Can't wait to have you out here. And like I said, just I mean, we always have endless things to talk about. And then I want to know, what you're doing and just get our hands in something when you're out here. You got an idea, and we just fucking play. So hopefully you come up before 18 years. But if not, that's the big date, 2040. That's when the gathering. That's when I want you to come out here at least for, come out for like 2 months, even longer. And it'll be worth it. You've got hopefully you could have places rented out, have a stream of income coming in, and we'll be at that age where we're like real OGs. We're kind of doing it now. We still got right now. We got to utilize our youth. We're still strong. We're still able to like get dirty.
Hey, dude, my back is starting to kill me though. Like I can't even get up like I used to. Like,
oh shit! See, you got to do yoga, bro. You got to. Your girl does yoga. She seems like a yoga doer. Is she into yoga or what? You guys got to wake up and do yoga.
We tried to do some yoga yesterday because she got a bad back. So like we was trying to do some. What do you recommend? Some back stretches?
Because my big one's my neck, but it is lower back and neck. There's a couple. The Warrior Pose series. If you wanted to Google that Warrior Pose series, so there's a couple. They're like you basically do a lunge and then you do a couple. You put your arms up and arch your back. So it's both ways. Do like go one way where you like bend down and touch your feet. So you bend down this way, and then always do the opposite. Then you got to do arch back. So arch it backwards and then bending forward, but slow. Hold it. Don't do it like we did stretches or I did stretches when we were doing MMA warm-ups. That was more like when you're prepping to fight, you got to do quicker. These ones are like long. Hold it for a minute. You know what I mean? Like get in a position, hold it for a minute, and it's hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So big arches where you're like one leg's forward and I'm arched forward and I'm up and then I'm bending back and just hold it for like a minute, and then move it and then twist your back this way. Hold it for a minute. So basically, look at the Warrior Pose series. There's like different versions. And just remember the big one, the big difference from when the stretch routines I would have, because we did do some yoga in, when I did my MMA warm-ups, but they were quicker and shorter. Just think, hold it out. Because we do gotta, I'm figuring when I'm 60, I'm not gonna be quite as, I'm planning to go hard till I'm 60 with physical labor, like wheelbarrowing and so I want to stay strong there. And then at 60 is when I kind of want to be kicking back and just, you know,
Yeah,
I'll be
enjoying it.
pruning, I'll be pruning trees, pulling weeds and like doing more like artistic stuff. Like the hard stuff will have been done and I'll be just kind of like maintaining,
Yeah.
more like Sears and cutting jungle back, doing the lighter
Yeah.
and shit. We got to
Yeah.
take care of
Yeah,
our bodies.
you gotta do the no more backbreaker shit.
Yeah, but we still got another you know, decade or so of back breaking. So keep your body strong. Do some yoga.
Yeah.
Like, do your neck exercises. You know
Oh,
those.
I know that's big, dude. The neck is big.
Yeah. That's my worst thing. That's
Oh my gosh, dude. Man, that reminds me. That's why I be getting these headaches. I need to be doing my neck.
do it 100 right now, right after this. Do it. No excuses. You can eat first, and then when you're full and stomach, just do it. 100. You remember them all, right? 100.
Yeah.
100.
Yeah.
Side 100.
Yeah, dude, that shit helps your neck so bad, though.
Yeah. Those are the best. All right, bro. Love you. Fucking.
All right, love you too, man.
Catch you later.
Be easy.
Catch up. Yeah.
Tell your wife I said hello.
All right, I will. Yeah. I'll give them kisses and hugs and everybody. Yeah. All right.
All right, bro.